What's good? Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope everybody is well. Let's get it cracking. I am right on time today, 8:10. I am proud of myself for that. All things in the building. What's going on? Antonio King. Banks, the boxing fan. What's going on? Joshua Roberts. D. Ramon Sefu. Jose Lopez. Franz Kafka. Good morning, Franz. Hey, why don't you jump up here, Franz? Here you go, Franz. Why don't you jump up here, man? If you got time. I know you're at work, but I want the conversations to start early today. I do want to talk about Gervonta Davis, the PBC. Generally speaking, man, got these people doing some crazy stuff, and their decisions are not paying off. Jaron Ennis is not going to get this fight with anybody at 147. Terrence Crawford needs a mandatory order to get a fight at 154. Think about that. Terrence Crawford needs a mandatory fight in order to get a fight at 147. That's crazy. Jaron still can't get a fight at 147. Terrence Crawford needs a mandatory to get a fight at 154. Shakur is fighting Joe Cordina. That's it. Are we going to have what is going on over there? They went over there to Eddie Hearn and still can't get fights. Isn't that the reason they said, well, I don't know if I want to go to Al because I still may not get the fight? I'm big on Jaron. Terrific fighter. Jaron Ennis is a terrific fighter. And the agreement that they have, all that looks good. It looks so good with Eddie Hearn. I'm not even saying these people are making mistakes. I'll say what's up to everybody. I'm gonna talk about this for a second. I'm not even saying that people are making mistakes by signing with Eddie. Eddie Hearn has a big network. Well, he has a network. He's got the money. There's a lot of fighters over there. But still, these particular American stars are all going to be facing subpar opposition, or at least opposition that's not taking their name anywhere. It's not the big fights. Sebastian Fundora, they literally got to force Sebastian Fundora to fight Terrence Crawford. And that's the truth. He's not getting that fight if that fight's not ordered. And he may not get that fight even with that fight being ordered. You heard what Canelo said about the order for Terrence Crawford and Fundora. He said that order don't mean nothing. He said that to say that he could be fighting Fundora, that maybe he would fight Terrence Crawford, but he said he don't care. That order don't mean nothing. Tells you how Canelo thinks about them orders, huh? Let me slide all the way down, man. Shout out to everybody. What it do, Texas OG, D-Lock? Brian Norman's last purse was $200K, yet $1.5 million isn't enough, according to him. Why would they Bomac with extra sauce? Why would they think that? He fought Centella in his last fight. He didn't fight Jaron Ennis in his last fight. His last fight was not even a world championship fight. This fight is a world champion unification fight. That's not a $200,000 fight. or whatever you said that they made. I'm just telling you. And plus, you know, hey, these titles are getting wilder and wilder. Why is that wilder? I think it's true. Gervonta Davis and Al are ruining careers. Because, dude, people, that's who they want to see fight. They want to see Gervonta fight. These guys need to fight Gervonta Davis. In order to get the big numbers, that's who they got to fight. That's why Kenny Ellis called Turki. What do you call Turki Alalshikh? The king of the B-sides or something like that? These other guys are not having a hard time getting these other fights. These dudes are not getting fights when they were top rank. They're not getting fights now. So what do you think it is, man? Phenomenal show. Supporting the channel again. Went over to Eddie just to not get fights you wanted, like we said would happen. You know, yeah, you know he'd be fighting Eurobums. We knew the Eurobum tour was coming. So they got paid for the Eurobums. But we did know that, though. You know, we said that. Windy City Trouble, from a business standpoint, I kind of understand why these promoters don't want to pay these big dollars if they aren't turning that type of profit. Well, let me tell you. If you have boxers that are running around saying they're making $100 million for championship fights, when you have guys that were saying that they were making $10 million for WBC 135-pound titles, why do you think that they're going to fight for you for $1.5 million? You've been overpaying everybody and their mama for years. You've been overpaying people, right? And people have been exaggerating how much money they've been making. I think there's a chance that people's perspective as to what their value is may get inflated. Because you guys said, what was it? What did y'all say? If somebody makes $10 million, why wouldn't I say 20? So y'all live that life for the last several years, and you're surprised guys like Brian Norman want more money? And guys like Frank want more than Frank wanted more than $1 million for Shakur? Oh my God, man. Phoenix, the assassin in this mug, man. Thank you so fucking much. Hey, said, hey, Feel Good Friday is in effect. Oh, hell yeah. Now I get to talk shit. Ooh, now I get to talk some shit today. Because I don't even care. Thank you. Once we get about $200 in the building, I get to say what the hell I want to say. Just so you guys know. So now I'm pretty confident I get to say what the hell I want to say. Billy Boy said you're defending a duck. What duck am I defending exactly, Billy Boy? Here's the link, Billy Boy. Okay, please, somebody explain to me what link that I am. What duck am I defending? I'd be very interested to know that. People pay to get entertained, man. And if you don't click the link, I can't entertain people. I need you. I need you. So why don't you click that link and explain that to me? How am I defending a duck? I'll wait. Feel Good Friday is in effect. Yeah. Devin ducked the smoke, but won't duck left hooks. That's true. Shakur is chasing fakeness, fighting guys off losses for a title defense. Turkey ain't good outside of Thanksgiving and can't stand all the B-sides at the table, and he ran out of hands to shake. Man, that's severe. That's savage. Any takers? I'm not, I don't know why you would say that I'm defending a duck. Phenomenal show. said Tank told folk earlier this year that these dudes have trouble representing. And he mentioned Boots going to Matchroom. The little dude is much smarter than you understand. Let me tell you, man. No joke. If you're over at the PBC, you got to fight Godzilla to get to Tank. That's why they don't want to go over there. That's my personal belief. Ain't no match. There's very little matchmaking over there. You say that there ain't a lot of matchmaking over there. I see a lot of I don't see a lot of matchmaking over there. Most of those guys got to fight whoever. Like, dude, Rolly Romero? Rolly Romero had to fight Pitbull. They didn't let him slide for shit. They threw his ass right to Pitbull. Who was the Godzilla at the PBC? Here's a link. Really? There's nothing over there? You sure? There's nothing over there. Don't mess with Texas. There's nothing over there at the PBC. No Godzillas over there. You sure about that? There's the link. Billy Boy, there's the link. Click the link. I need to entertain, dog. I got a red. I'm looking for red. And the only way that I get red in the super chat is if I spread the red of your intellect all over the place. The blood of your intellect all over the place. Oh, Windy City Trouble said, "Oh, my fault. I thought you meant in the UK." Oh, no, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you're talking about, sir, to be honest with you. Anyway, none of these guys are getting fights in those two divisions. So all that shit y'all were talking about how PBC fighters don't have anybody to fight. Well, that's because Shakur is over there. That's because Shakur is over there busy not having anybody that's willing to fight him. Like, Shakur was over there with top at 135 at Top Rank, and they weren't even willing to fight him. They had him to fight him, but they weren't willing to fight him. Dazn got people for him to fight. They're just not willing to do it. Hey, no worries, Windy City Trouble. Big Dog Will A said, "Phenom, breaking news. Bill Haney's officially become the best trainer of all time. According to a certain channel, he's a better trainer than Customato and Eddie Futch because Devin is undisputed." What channel? Big Dog Willie, don't. I'm telling you, I don't listen to anybody. I just need to know who you're talking about because you got to keep me up to date. I don't know. I don't watch videos from other channels a lot. I watch videos from channels like 2 Cent. I watch 2 Cent. By the way, I got you, 2 Cent. Pay attention to the next video that comes out, 2 Cent, if you dare. Thank you, Big Dog Willie. Here's this link though. So nobody's clicking the link. I got you. We got nobody doing that. I got you. Pull out Banner says Shakur in the 135 tournament. Shakur Zapata Cambosis. Oh, that's terrible. Lemos Davis. Lemos Davis? Who's Lemos? Why would you have, by the way, Lemos is you're talking about the dude fighting Keyshawn Davis. I'm like, what? Okay, Keyshawn Davis. Stevenson, Cordina, Berenacek, Chamberlain. Yeah, so he's not fighting anybody except for Zapata. So he said you got Zapata next. Okay, yeah. Well, let me know when that big fight takes place. Hey, what up, 2 Cent? Oh, yeah. Check out the video that comes out next. You are the star of my next video that comes out. You are starring along with Agent Zero, who is a big Shakur Stevenson fan. And I'm going to make a star out that boy. Yes, your debate is next up. So, you know what I mean? You can share that, cut it up, chop it up, do whatever you want with it. For now, let's put some money on it. If I whoop your ass today, you give me $300, $500. Dog, you got to complete that. You give me $100. Hey, Billy boy, what are you going to give me? What are you going to give me, dumbass? You just putting some shit out there telling me what you want. Why would I waste my time with you to give you $100? First of all, you can give me $10 to talk to you, and then we can do the $100 for sure. I'll take your easy $100, depending on what we're talking about, because you got to actually disagree. But you're not going to click the link and let's discuss. But more importantly, click the link and let's discuss. Let's get into the specifics when you click that link. Hey, 2 Cent, come up here. Hey, you want me to give you the hey, I can teach you 2 Cent if you want me to. But Shy, what up, Carl? Phoenix the Assassin in the building. What up, man? What up, man? What up, man?
Yo, what's good?
Man, I can't complain about a thing, man. I'm up here talking about this boxing, man. At 8:30 in the morning on a Friday. You know how
sounds like a good way to start the day.
You know how good a life you have to be able to do that? God,
I could imagine.
God got to bless you, brother. So I feel great.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Interesting thought here. We talking about, people looking for fights, and, we got people that seem to be struggling. But we know the ones who ain't struggling, are the ones that people tend to complain about for everything. And, like with Tank, people was talking about, you got to fight Godzilla if you want to fight Tank. But here's the thing that's interesting about that. Ryan Garcia spent at least a year calling out Tank, went on different podcasts like, Mike Tyson's Hot Boxing. They even had him on like the Instagram live call, with Mike Tyson trying to instigate things between them. Like, it went all out. And then when it came time, you know what happened? Ryan ended up telling Oscar to take the back seat. And he went ahead and then went in with his own team, his own manager and lawyers, and negotiated the fight with Tank on his own without Oscar being involved. Now, we've seen Devin talk about wanting to fight Tank, but only when Tank got a fight lined up.
Hold on 1 second, Phoenix. Hold on. Let me. Big Dog Willie is here. He's fast, and then 2 Cent is here too. So I just let her come up while we talk. But let me let me get Big Dog Willie up, then let you and 2 Cent up, so people don't have to sit in the back too long. These are not going to be debates. But the person that's talking about these debates, tell me what you want to debate and give me your money. I'll debate you. Out the box, I'm going to put you on timeout because you got to click the link, dude. Every time I see you talking too much. You doing a lot of talking, no clicking. Okay? It's not a good thing. Your talk to click ratio is fucked up. Big Dog Willie, what up, man?
It's cracking. About to get off work. I just want to tell you, all you guys Shakur haters, stop hating on the man. Just let the man fight. Just let the man fight. Stop hating on my guy. Just let the man fight. You tank a maniac, you're killing me. But that's all I got to say, man. I'm about to get off work. I'm tired as hell. But yeah.
All right, Big Dog Willie, you've been doing your thing, though, man. I'm sure at the gig, man. Always good to see you, brother. And thank you so much for the and letting me know about Bill Haney being the trainer of the year.
I did trainer century.
Yeah, boxing
decades.
Best trainer of all. Oh, I'm sorry, best trainer of all time.
Yeah, not year. Not year. Get it right for now. You got to get it right.
I'm sorry, man. Hey, I fucked up. I underestimated it. All right,
man.
Thank you, man. See all these young professionals we got around here? Let me tell you what I'm most proud of on this channel, this community. Boy, we got a lot of really well-educated young black men around here doing their thing, taking care of their families, succeeding in their professions, graduating from law school, owning trucking companies, doing their thing. And I will whoop every single solitary one of y'all bums' asses in a debate. You know that makes me the man. No, I'm just kidding. For real, it is so nice to see so many people doing well, man. What's going on, 2 Cent and Phoenix?
Well, so I didn't know you were telling me to click the link or if you was talking to the other guy.
Who? What? 2 Cent, what'd you say?
I said I didn't know if you was telling me to click the link or if you was talking to the other guy.
Oh, I was talking to the dude I was talking smack to. I was telling him to click the link. But you are always more than welcome to click the link now.
Okay. Let me take a phone call. I'll be right back.
Let me get your 2 cents. And
I gotta get a phone call. I'm gonna come right back and let you know because I want to talk about this Brian Norman thing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's a right or wrong answer here, but I'll be back.
All right, cool. You got you gonna have to hold on a little while. You one body in y'all way.
Yeah.
You good? You got to wait a little while, okay?
Oh, no problem, bro. No problem. Huh?
All right, man. I'm trying to be polite to people because I know the waits are getting longer, and I want people to jump on the calls. What's up,
But yeah, I
Phoenix?
feel you. But yeah. So like the whole situation I was talking about, like with Ryan, like he actually showed like actions speak louder than words. He went out there, even without his promoter, just took his own lawyers and manager, went out there, negotiated a deal with Tank, and the fight got made. But you see a guy like Devin, that he only talking whenever Tank's not available. And then at the same time talk about Tank is the one ducking him. But we ain't seen them go that far to go ahead and try and make the fight. They talk about they don't know who to get in contact with. When everybody could tell you it's Al Haymon. They're talking about Tank don't want to fight or he's ducking or whatever else. But then at the same time, they out here claiming fake offers from Turki Alalshikh and muddying the waters and all this and that. And at the same time, been talking smack for hella years. And then wondering, everybody out here is still confused about why the fight ain't being made. And then, the situation we got with Shakur right now, like ain't nothing that stopped him from making the fight. Like, sure, at the same time, everybody know that Tank was at the Olympics. Everybody know that, logically, it wouldn't make sense for his team to try to negotiate a deal with him while he's out there. Shakur been in the Olympics, so he knows what that team is doing, and I'm sure that he knows that if Tank was invited out by them to go ahead and like be some type of like moral support or guidance or like even mentoring some of the people out there that's on the team this year, that there's a lot that probably goes into that. So for him to know that, having been part of the Olympics, and people to know what type of honor that is, considering the fact that, Tank didn't do that, in the amateurs. He went ahead and went from the amateurs, to pro, and Shakur went ahead and went to the Olympics. Like, to be invited out by the Olympic team, that's an honor for him, right? So that being said, the fact that, Shakur has this fight made so quick, and then at the same time, like he's fighting here in October. Okay. What would have been wrong with him fighting in November? Because they're not going to announce that fight until maybe sometime in this next month of September. And Tank just got back into training camp. So like for real, there was nothing wrong with Shakur waiting that extra week for Tank to go ahead and come back, and then they go to the table, work a deal out. But it's like at the snap of the fingers, basically, they got this stuff for Joe Cordina done and worked out. So it's like you got all these people talking about who they want to fight, and then very few taking that initiative that Ryan Garcia did to go ahead and make a fight. And that's the thing. Like, even with this Brian Norman Jr. thing coming up, everybody talking about him and Boots fighting. And we hear what Eddie Hearn is saying, that they turned down somewhere between 1.5 and 2.5 million. And I guess they got it circulating out there that Brian Norman, his last fight, he made 100,000 or something, right? And there's people talking about a low ball, and it's like, well, If it's true that Eddie Hearn is offering at least 1.5 million, that's over 10 times what Brian's made already. Like in his last fight, like they can't call that a low ball. And it's things like this where, like I've been saying, some guys think because of their accomplishments, that means that they should be getting more money. When at the same time, they're not looking at what it takes to make money. Like there's nobody that makes money without other people spending money. And if you want to make money in something like boxing, when the product you're selling is yourself, and you're trying to convince people that you are worth paying to see, you're not going to be able to make money if you don't get those people to spend money on you. And Brian Norman Jr., apart from being in his position right now, not really many people know who he is. People who know who he is have either been following him, hardcore fans, or they're hearing about him potentially fighting Boots because, they've been following Boots' career. But outside of that, you can't say that the average person go ask him on the street, hey, you know who Brian Norman Jr. is? And like, oh, well, who are you talking about? Is he like a politician or something? Like what? But they're not going to know he's a boxer. And that's the thing, like these guys keep letting, their accomplishments go to their heads before they've done what's necessary to go ahead and make that money. And I know a lot of people like to say like it's Floyd's fault because of all the money he made and, protecting the O and all this and that. But like they ignore what he did before he got to that point to actually put himself in a position where he can do what he's doing as far as making all that money no matter who he fights. These fighters keep wanting to jump the gun and skip all the essentials. They just want to go ahead straight to say, okay, I got like 20 fights in, where's my 5 million guarantee? And where's my, 40 million off the back end for pay-per-views? And it ain't working like that. It's like there's some type of disconnect where they don't realize like people have to pay for a profit to be made. And even the people over there running with Turkey, he giving them all this money up front, making nothing on the back end because he's taking losses and everybody upset. Like these guys are just really not getting it. They're just really not getting it. Take more than accomplishments to go ahead and get what they're trying to talk about getting, and it takes some initiative on their part. But that's the thoughts of my mind with this whole like because it just seems like there's so many fighters right now feeling like they can't get the fights they want or the money they want. Fans is frustrated because we feel like we're not getting like I'm just saying like in general. I'm not saying me personally, but like in general, it seems like people feel like they're not getting the fights they want. They're not getting to see what they want to see, and they feel like everybody is out there ducking and diving and smoking mirrors and all this and that. But it's interesting. I don't know if it's good. This was a good type of interesting or bad type of interesting, but it's definitely interesting to see. Those are my thoughts, man.
Yeah, it is, man. We'll see what happens, though, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. I'll get back at you later. I want to see what happens with these debates.
What debate is that?
I thought you had some people that was going to come up. I didn't know if they were still going to do that or not.
Oh, they're never going to show up, man. You know what to do. Come
All
on.
right.
Yeah.
They pulling that Devin Haney type thing, huh?
Yeah, you know what it is, man. They're not really going to try to do it, man, because they're food. We gonna see, man. We'll see though. I'll be here for a little while, but more than likely, no, that's not gonna happen,
man. All right, man.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, though, man. I'll get back with you. Thank you, sir. Peace.
Yeah. Take it easy.
Yes, sir, man. You as well. Oh, Phoenix, thank you so much for your huge support. By the way. Oh, Kamal. What up, Kamal? You on mute, man?
The great Fanon.
What up? What's up, Mr. Kamal Oz?
Hey, I'm following the wise man, Phoenix the Assassin, so I've got big shoes to fill. That guy is an encyclopedia, a thesaurus, a dictionary, all in one. He knows his boxing. I really appreciate listening to that guy as well as you, Fanon. It's great, great YouTube whenever you two are a meeting of the minds happens. So I got to talk, Fanon. It's just a rumor at this point. But if Devin Haney, your favorite fighter, the pound for pound #1 cure for insomnia in boxing, if he goes the IBF route and fights Liam Paro, Nobody's talking about this, but it is 100% a duck. Why is it a duck? Because he ducked his longstanding mandatory Sandor Martin, who he paid step-aside money to fight a seemingly, what he thought was seemingly easier fight, a bigger fight against Ryan Garcia. And it's also a duck because he was talking real fresh about Gary Antoine Russell and about Alberto Puello on Twitter, talking about he's going to beat them, they're nothing. And the Haney channels were talking all kind of trash about those guys. So if you go away from the smoke, where 2 of the 3 fighters, Fanon, are black fighters, African descent, who the Haneyaks, the Shakurites tell me that Tank avoids, right? Don't they say that Tank avoids black fighters, people of African descent?
That's what they used to say.
That's what they still say. They said, oh, he fought Frank Martin. Frank Martin wasn't elite. Don't they say that? They say Frank Martin was a prospect. Don't the haters say that?
Oh, absolutely. The haters do say that.
They say Frank Martin wasn't a slick black fighter. Because first they said that he wasn't going to fight Frank Martin. They said that's a rumor. He's going to fight El Rayo, da-da-da-da-da. Then he did fight Frank Martin. Then they started lying on Frank Martin's name, disparaging it, and lying on his resume, and said he was a prospect. So now, if one of their guys, Devin, put you to sleep, cure you from insomnia, Lunesta, Haney, Trazodone Haney, Tranquilizer Haney, Anesthesia Haney, if he ducks the smoke from where he was talking crap about Gary Antoine Russell, because Gary Antoine Russell's got to fight the winner of Puello, Sandor Martin, and Puello. And after he ducked Sandor Martin, that's one of the biggest ducks in boxing history, especially, and I want to point this out there because I did the other day.
Hey, Doug, can I give you one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Call him the itis.
Why am I going to call him that for not?
You don't know what the itis is?
Yeah, I do, but explain it.
You know, nigga itis. After you eat a big meal, you go to sleep.
Yeah. Devin the food coma. Devin the food coma Haney.
I got the Devinitis. That's you call it shit Haney-itis. Haney, you 2 rounds in. You out like you've been eating some ham hocks and some pork chops. You know what I'm saying?
He put you in that food coma.
Yeah, dog. He put you in that food coma, dog.
He's that tranquilizer. He put you in that. You take your tranquilizer, your insomnia is cured. But Fanon, I gotta tell you, and it's all rumor at this point. Nothing is set. It's not set that he's gonna fight. I just want to point that out before the haters say that I said it's gonna happen. No, it's not even set that he's gonna fight Liam Paro. But do you realize, Fanon, how big of a duck that is? He was talking so much crap about Mr. Gary Antoine Russell, lying, slandering his name. Then when he gets into Gary Antoine Russell's division, he expresses no interest when he knows that Gary Antoine's in line for the WBC. Then once Gary Antoine loses to an undefeated, very skilled amateur, a guy with an amateur record in Puello, then he starts talking shit about on Twitter. Then he drops his belt to avoid what is going to be a hard road in the WBC itself with first Sandor Martin, then Puello's next, then Gary Antoine Russell's got next. And then he goes down under, mate, to avoid that smoke. That is one of the biggest ducks in all of boxing history. That is one of the biggest sets of hypocrisies, especially after all his fans were saying that Loma created the franchise belt to duck him. He would have essentially done the same damn thing and even worse because Loma didn't talk about it. Loma didn't lie. This guy's on Twitter. This guy's talking about all these other fighters and then avoiding the hell out of them. Want to get your thoughts on that, Fanon, without him out? Thanks.
Yes, sir. Well, first thing I have to say is that Devin Haney specifically just got his ass whooped. Big Dog Willie said, Fanon, breaking news, Devin. Oh, I got that. Thank you. Oh, yeah. No doubt. Brandon said, what does it mean to have a wrench? It just means that we're good. We're cool. It means we're cool. That's how we use it around here. Happy Friday. Salute to you, Fanon, in the chat. Brian Norman Jr. grew up in my hometown. Wish him the best in his career. Oh, you from Atlanta? You from Atlanta, Sam Granderson? Shout out to you, brother. Thank you for that support, man. Big time. Okay, so on to the question with that Kamal was saying. Yeah, dude. You know Devin move funny, man. You know, they move funny. They just say the way that with the things that they say don't match the things that they do. Never really has. Really good at creating a lot of smoke. You know, very, very good at creating a lot of smoke, creating a lot of mirrors. And so these other guys that they're not fighting, of course, no. And but the thing is, right now, he just got his ass whooped. So I don't know. Really what I expect. I really don't even want to see him fight. I don't want to see him fight anybody other than Ryan. I think he needs to get that get back against a guy that's very, very vulnerable. He can get a win if he could get a comeback. If he does not focus on being vulnerable, you know, the type of vulnerable that comes from being kind of spoiled. It really is tough to deal with losses when you're used to winning everything. You know, you're just winning everything in life. You lose, but if you take a lot of L's, then you get into sports. After you take a lot of L's in life, you can deal with life's better. Life with losses better. You can rebound better. Like, I love the attitude that Errol Spence Jr.'s had since he lost. His attitude has been very, very solid. Mentally, I think there's no reason to doubt that he can get back in the ring and go right back out there and try to fight. Because it doesn't look like he doesn't look shaken. Devin looked shaken. Devin said he was shaken. You got Eddie Hearn saying he was shaken. So, I don't know, man. I've been saying for a while, I think Devin's a good guy. I like him. I mean, like, let me say, like, it's a difference between like liking somebody in the sense that you have a relationship with that person, like that's my friend, or me appreciating somebody. So I guess that's what I think. I appreciate Devin Haney. I think he's for the people that are around him and that don't know him, I'm sure I wouldn't be surprised at all if people think he's a really good guy. But he took that loss hard. It appears he took that loss hard. And some of the things that he's done to get wins, or to give himself advantages. Listen, I say wins because I can't say for sure that what he did was the reason that he won. But, being the bigger guy every time you fight at 135. He was at 135 when he was 16 years old. 17 years old, he was already at 135. Or I think it definitely 17, 18 years old, I do believe he was already fighting at 140. So the first time he moves up, or the second time he moves up, and really the first time he ever fights to somebody his own size, he gets beat up. And somebody that, by the way, did beat his ass up other times in life, had already beat him. So Ryan Garcia beat him in the amateurs. Now he beat him he took a loss to him in the pros. I know he got the win back, but still. I got to see what he looks like coming back. I got to see where his mind is. And a lot of that is just going to be whether or not he's just the type of dude that can be embarrassed in public and be okay with it. You got to, some people can stand getting embarrassed in public. Some people cannot stand getting embarrassed in public. People that can't stand getting embarrassed in public are not really going to do well on a big stage on a consistent basis. Sometimes you flop. Dave Chappelle got booed terribly a couple years ago when he was coming back and just practicing a routine. Bad day at work, but he knew how to deal with it, because this is probably not the first time it ever happened to him. This is the first time that Devin ever really flopped. So we'll see. I see you, GM. Give me 1 second. Phoenix Assassin said, if the fight goes to purse bid, Devin won't fight. We saw how low the purse bid was for Sandor Martin. I doubt he's significantly higher for Paro. It's not a mandatory fight, Phoenix the Assassin. Paro is not a mandatory fight. Paro is the IBF champion. And so it can't be a mandatory. That fight's not ordered. Devin's not the IBF mandatory, so you don't have to worry about a purse bid. You don't have to worry. I don't think you do anyway. Let me put it that way. I don't think you have to. Barbara D, thank you, sister. I don't think you have to worry about that. Oh, man, Barbara D, that's beautiful. Thank you so much. Let's get cracking. Barbara D with the $20 holla. Thank you, sister. Let me get my face behind this thing so you can see that beauty. Look how pretty that, what is that, violet? Thank you so much, Barbara D. We the shit of Dave Chappelle. We love it. Oh, what is this? You love Dave Chappelle in Detroit. He got booed somewhere. GM in the building. What up, GM?
What's up, Anna? How you doing this morning?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm not sure if I've ever spoke with you before.
Nah, you have, but it was few and far between how many times I clicked the link. You know.
Oh, okay. So, okay, good. I'm sorry for forgetting. But what's up, man?
No, it's all good. I just wanted to shift the blame here real quick. Like, obviously, these fighters are, not fighting who we want them to fight. But as I recall, everybody was pushing for Turki Alalshikh as the savior of boxing, right? And he has all this money, and he's gonna make all these fights happen right away, unlike all the other promoters. Yet Turki Alalshikh could easily step in on this Brian Norman and Boot situation and front the cost that Brian is asking for and make the fight happen. But instead, what we're getting is Kambosos versus Zepeda and Shakur versus Cordina. Like, why would Turki Alalshikh even? Because didn't everybody say Zepeda was ducking Shakur? So why would Turki Alalshikh even allow for Zepeda to fight Kambosos in Saudi if he was ducking Shakur? That's my only question. I think this is just proving that Turki Alalshikh is not the savior of boxing, and he's really just another promoter.
We'll see what he is. We'll see what he is. But hey, man, he got a solid point, man. But it's not. Look, that's what I said to start the video. Look, it doesn't seem as if by being over there at Dazn, and this has been very consistent. Like, you can look at Turki Alalshikh as his own situation, but it's been the situation with Dazn the entire time.
Yeah,
it's always been an angel investor from somewhere outside of the United States that were trying to sign the big name American fighters, and they were going to have a ton of money and make sure all of the fights get done. And that was Dazn and Blavatsky. What's the guy? I'm sorry, I don't remember what his name is, but the Russian billionaire that owns Dazn. That was the first guy that was going to pay all the money for all the fights and sign all the people. And it just shifted to Turkey out, but it's the same thing. It's the same. It didn't work that time, and it doesn't appear as if it's working just miraculously with the way, Kinahan to a wave of a wand from Turki Alalshikh. So I agree.
That's definitely a good point. Yeah, that's all I had though.
All right,
I know I had to download the app to click the link, and this app kind of sucks.
Oh,
I could barely hear you.
StreamYard?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I may change to another one when I'm stop being lazy. It's just very, very easy to do live streams on StreamYard. Very easy.
Gotcha. But all right,
man. I'll get back.
Appreciate it.
Peace. It'd be dope if they offer the winner of Boots and Norman an extra amount of Norman. Why? So they can pay Gervonta it's even more money. I think, man, dude, you got you have to worry about that at very least. I never really have thought that those type of things are realistic. You know, at least that's how I thought about it. I think about it. Thank you, Marcus E. Thank you, sir. Big time. All right, so I'm not going to say anything till one of y'all come up here and click this link. You back? You back too, Sid? You back 2 cent? Barbara D said we should all know that by now things change if the formula isn't working. Right. And the PBC has had the same formula for a while. But I think Top Rank is resisting it too. It's not just the PBC. Top Rank too. They weren't able to get a fight done with Turki Alalshikh wasn't able to get a fight done with Monster Inoue either. So it's Monster Inoue, Canelo, Monster Inoue, Canelo, Gervonta, and who else? Tim Tszyu. Who else? Think that's it. Tim Tszyu, Canelo, Monster, and shit, somebody else. So it's not just them that's the case. It's really not. It's not just the case. Wow. So many people over on MH Blackwell. That's dope. Give me 1 second, though. Zepeda is number one for all the sanctioning bodies, so Shakur isn't his only choice if he wants to challenge for a title. That's interesting, man. 2 Cent said, hey, 19 more subscribers until I hit 1,000. 2 Cent, the most underrated channel. I like how you talk shit. You should talk more shit. Phoenix, the Phenomenal Show said people still dumb enough to think, say the Turkey and Rehab season have Matchroom, Queensberry, Golden Boy, and Top Rank under one umbrella. That's because they're dumb. Don't get confused by that. That's just truly just because they're dumb. I don't think they really understand what the deal really is. That's my personal belief. What? How in the world? What? Ugh. Oh my God. Fighters should want to fight. That's the only way this thing works. Yeah, I mean, I think they do want to fight, but you still got to make the money. You know? You still got to make the money. Fanon, do you think Shakur versus Cordina will crack at least 100,000 pay-per-view buys? I don't think so. No. Yeah, but yeah, phenomenal show, man. They're crazy with it. Kamal. What? A 10 count for 4-time NHL star Johnny Gaudreau and his brother. They both passed. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. R.I.P. to Johnny Gaudreau and to his brother. I'm not sure what his name is. Rest in peace. Love it. Life is good. Gotta love it. Here you go. There's the link, 2 Cent. Waiting on you. The most. Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, I figured that it is a bicycle. It was an accident. Okay, R.I.P. Hey, what up on the mic with Terrence Bailey? What's going on, man? How you feeling, sir? Always good to see you. But anyway, I know this was not going to be a particularly drunk driving. Oh, wow. God, dog, you got to be careful, man. Got to be careful. Wow, that's rough. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm so sorry to hear that. Anyway, so we get back to it. As far as the last comment that was left up here by let's go back to this. People are still dumb enough to say Turkey and Rehab season have Matchroom, Queensberry, and Golden Boy and Top Rank under one umbrella. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much not what it is. They are a funding source that is available to any promotional person, anybody. They can offer them money from that fund for any event that they want to offer the money from. PIF is that's not an umbrella that they're under. It's a funding source for the rehab season. So rehab season will contract with any one of these people to bring fighters on for an event that they're paying for. That's not an umbrella. That is a arm's length business proposition is what that is. But they have to hold hands first. Yeah. Honestly, man, that is yeah. Hey, notice some people ain't doing that shit. Hey, they like, hey, they put their hand like this. They're not doing all of that. No, they're not. What if they don't profit off it? Well, if they don't profit off of it, they can continue to do it. Oh my God, no. Michael Benson just tweeted Brian Norman will defend his WBO title against Derek Cuevas on Keyshawn Davis's undercard. The welterweight champion of the world is on the undercard for Keyshawn Davis. Let's reflect on that. Man, come on, man. How you gonna have Brian Norman Jr. on the undercard of Keyshawn Davis? And $1.5 million is what they offered for that fight. Basically, nah, it ain't happening. It just got worse for Norman. Yeah, that's not a good look. But he doesn't have the freedom, let's be honest. Brian Norman probably cannot take. Brian Norman's under contract with Bobby Earp. Oh, here's 2 Cent. Hey, 2 Cent.
What's going on, Fanon? What's going on, Chad? How y'all doing this morning?
I am doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great, doing great.
So you're the most underrated. I agree. You're the most underrated boxing channel on YouTube.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, absolutely. But I want to come up here real quick and give my 2 cents about this Brian Norman situation. It's all happening so fast, so I really haven't had too much time to really process it. So these are just my current thoughts. I think you can look at this from a bunch of different angles. And first, let's take the angle of Turki, right? Some people could say, let's blame Turki for this fight not happening. When Turki first came into, how much time I got?
Go ahead, you're good.
Okay. When Turki first came into boxing, everybody was like, he got unlimited money, he loved boxing, he gonna make the fights the fans want to see, and all this stuff, and he gonna bring the promotional companies together and do this and do that. This right here is a perfect this right here will be a perfect example for Turki to display that. Now, I'm calling this the Turki effect because a lot of people thought that meant that, oh, we finna get all these fights and it's gonna be easy. But they never thought about the cons of the situation. Now you have a fighter in a situation, because I heard Brian Norman's dad say in an interview, well, they got Turki and Eddie Hearn got Turki, basically saying like, why they can't give us the money? Why can't you give us the money? You've been running around making it, forming this illusion that you're gonna make the fights the fans want to see and money is not an issue. So why aren't you giving them the money? One of my thoughts was Jaron Ennis went over to Eddie Hearn because he was connected to Turki. And he would be able to get these fights from quote unquote all these people ducking him because the money wasn't there. And I said when all of this started, what Turki is going to expose is that money is not necessarily really the issue. So everybody's like, well, what's going on? Turki got unlimited money. Why he not making the fight? So now we won't have no fight because they want this money and they're not going to get it. If they really wanted the fight to begin with, that's another conversation. Now we're not going to get the fight because Turki's not going to give me the money, so we're not going to get it. So yeah, Turki could quote unquote make the fights, but people didn't take into consideration that it could also have the opposite effect, because you're going to have all these fighters that want these fights, that want all this money, that don't necessarily deserve it. So then people say, just pay Brian the money. Boots want to be undisputed. He want to be a champ and this and that. And I don't understand why the onus is always on the quote unquote A side to just give the B side whatever they want. It's a lot of guys out here that just want these champions and these A side fighters to be simping for these belts. Oh, you got something I want? Let me give you everything I want, whatever you want, so I can get it. When it doesn't work like that. If Brian Norman allegedly made $200,000 his last fight, and he's been offered 1.5 mil, you do the math. Is that not a come up? Is that not a come up? You've never headlined a card. You've never fought in your own city. You've never been on pay-per-view. And if we're honest, you got quote unquote email the belt, which I don't think is an issue, but some people have the issue with that. You don't have no title defenses. Why do you think you should get what people saying they asking for $3 million? I don't know how true that is, but I'm just saying, why should you get $3 million just because he wants the belt? This is a business at the end of the day, and your worth is calculated by what you produce in numbers. And so people want to run to, oh, them fighters are risking their life in the ring. They should get whatever they. Listen, it's a lot of people that have jobs that risk their life. My husband is a military guy. A lot of the jobs he gets are very dangerous and he has to risk his life. But that don't mean he gonna go to his HR department and be like, hey, you should pay me $200,000 more because I'm risking my life. It doesn't work like that. Boxers aren't the only people risking their life for work. So you can throw that argument out the window. Brian Norman Jr., and I said this from the beginning, the fight just isn't ready. And then people's argument is, oh, well, he know he gonna get beat, so they should just pay him because he know he gonna get beat. I'm not gonna pay you to lose. That doesn't make any sense. If you're not gonna come in here and make this a competitive fight, and you feel like I could just pay you $3 million because you finna lose, then don't fight me right now. Let the fight build. Go get you some title defenses. Maybe possibly try to unify, and let's come together where you have built your name up and you've built yourself up to get the money that you're asking for this fight. We got to stop this simping for belts. Like, I don't know if this is a trend Earl Spence started or whatever it is, but we got to be realistic. We got to be realistic. This is a business. You didn't even compete for that belt. You got emailed that belt because Terrence Crawford dropped it. Why do you think you finna come to my city with my fans that's coming to see me, and I'm supposed to give you $3 million when you're not producing anything in order to generate that revenue? It just doesn't make sense. And people want to get upset when you talk about the business of boxing. But what a lot of the fans is not understanding, if you, in my opinion, if you want to graduate from casual fan to quote unquote hardcore fan, you got to understand the business of boxing. Because if you don't, you will always remain frustrated. You will always be mad you're not getting the fights you want to see. You always try to blame promotional companies and this and that. And I just think it's weird what's going on with Eddie Hearn. Like, I can't quite put my finger on it, but it's something, I don't want to say not right. That's not the word I want to use. I can't think of the word I want to use, but it's something that's just not clicking over there at Matchroom with Eddie Hearn and these Black American fighters. I don't understand why they are going over there. I don't get it. And then you got the Shakur Stevenson where he's quote unquote getting $5 million to fight Joe Cordina. And so now people are like, oh, well, they paying Shakur $5 million to fight Joe Cordina. Why they just can't give Brian Norman the money? That's a good question. Let's get on Twitter and ask Turki. This is a fight the fans want to see. It checked that box. He wants more money. Turki got the money. It checked that box. So why is this fight not happening? And it's, at first I was like, it looks like Brian Norman's father is just trying to sell that belt, which if that's what they want to do, that's cool. And now since they offer him all this money and the fight's not happening, it seemed like it was a clout chase. But you got to give Brian Norman Sr. some credit, because guess what everybody's going to be doing? They're going to be watching Brian Norman's next fight. Now he's going to be able to build him a fan base. Now it's going to be a demand for him to fight certain people. So you could call it a dug, you could call it whatever, you could see it from whatever angle you want. But I didn't think the fight was ready, and I think possibly Brian Norman Sr. knew that. He knew he wasn't about to get no $3 million, but what he did do was get his son's name out there, and he was able to market him. Not everybody gonna be checking for his next fight, and now he can build his fan base. And that's my 2 cents about that situation.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, especially your opinion about business being, boxing, there being a business aspect of boxing. And $1.5 million is a lot of money for that.
It's a come up.
I think he may be locked down in a contract with Top Rank, though. And people want to act like they're a little bit more independent than they really are, because Bob Arum owns that belt. You know how Bob, just like
exactly. And you think Bob finna give up that belt right now? Bob don't let belts go like that, y'all. He does not let belts go like that, and that's smart for Bob Arum to do that.
Can you explain that to them?
Well, you got the promotional companies, and they want to be able to be in control of the belts because it gives them the power, it gives them the leverage. I'm not going to. You just got the belt, Brian. You're the youngest world champion. And a lot of people want to use that and try to say, oh, well, me and Boots on the same level. We both got a belt. You and Boots are not on the same level. Boots, first of all, you're 23. So you ain't even been in the game as long as Boots. Boots been building his name up. He's been building his fan base up. He's got himself to a point where he's fighting in this city. He's headlining the card. Brian Norman is nowhere near that. He's nowhere near that. So Bob wants to keep control of those belts so he can have power and leverage when it comes to making these fights. He's not going to let you just get emailed the belt and then your first fight is against Boots where it's a high probability that you could lose that fight, not because you're a bad fighter, but because you lacking the experience. You haven't had the fights yet. You haven't had that time yet. You haven't had no title defenses yet. He's not going to let you give up that belt like that. Bob wants those belts. He wants to be in control of those belts for his leverage. And people think that just because Bob, Oscar, and Eddie is dealing with Turki, that these fights is going to just be made that easily, like they're just going to snap their fingers and say, let's make this fight. That's not how it works. You heard Oscar tell Shakur, if you want to fight Zepeda, sign with Golden Boy. Why would Oscar say that if they could just make the fight because they are with Turki? Why would he say that if he could just make the fight because they are with Turki? So, and that's why you do got to understand the business of boxing. Even just because you don't care about it, that doesn't mean that that's not how it works, and it doesn't mean that that's not the structure. So
yeah,
I don't
you need
think
to understand it to get a realistic,
right.
That set realistic expectations as to what can happen.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. You just summed that up real nicely. So you can have a real, instead of you're on here, people get on here and they want to debate and argue and state their opinions as facts, rather making their opinions based off the facts. And you can't make your opinion based off the facts if you don't even know what they are. So I didn't think this fight was ready. I don't some people say it's a duck. I don't think it's a duck. Depending on how you look at it, it was a genius marketing move from Brian Norman Sr., in my opinion. It wasn't it wasn't too Bill Haney-ish or none of that. It was pretty straightforward. It wasn't all that capping going on. But I do think Brian Norman is a good fighter. I hope he fixes mistakes. He got a couple of mistakes. He needs to tighten up his defense, and he's able to keep that belt, and then we're able to see a mega fight between him and Boots in the future.
Yes, ma'am.
But yeah, that's just my 2 cents. I want to hop up here and say that because, man, that happened fast. And who's to say that he wasn't even already locked into that deal to fight on Keyshawn Davis undercard?
Exactly. All right. Well, I got Pastor Price right behind you. You have a wonderful rest of the day, unless you come back up here again, which you're always welcome to do. All right.
All right. Thanks, Milan.
No, anytime, 2 cents. Bye.
All right.
Yep.
Pastor Price, how can I help you, sir?
Yep. Nice talking to you again. I like what 2 cents said. She know her stuff. But also I know Brian Norman Jr., he's not ducking nobody. I feel like the Boots fight is definitely premature right now. I feel like they need to build it up. I don't know what they payment, what the money issues was with the money and stuff like that. But I come from an era of boxing where the best fight the best. The best fight the best. And Brian Norman Jr., he been banging for a long time. Let me tell y'all something. He just getting back to 100%. So that last fight y'all seen him fight, he was not 100%. He was coming off an injury. But 100% Brian Norman Jr. is going to be getting these guys out the first round. He's going to be knocking these guys out. And it's not all about knockouts, but the young man have all the tools that he needs. He have all the tools that Boots and them have as well, because people don't know the work that Brian Norman Jr. put in, or they like, oh, he's from Atlanta, or they don't know him. He's a no-namer to some people. Brian Norman Jr. been fighting as a kid, just like Tank and all the rest of them. His dad have over 30 fights. His dad been training him since he can walk as well. So I don't think it's nobody's ducking nobody, but this is where these guys got to come into an agreement. And, they don't really have the power to make these fights. I believe that the fighters don't have the power to make these fights. Once they sign certain contracts and stuff like that, they got to abide by them contracts. They can't just make a fight because they want to fight somebody. Boots can't really make that fight. The person whoever Boots work for have to sign that contract, have to send the contract out, even though they want to fight each other. But like I said, they have to. I think it's a premature fight. I think Brian Norman Jr., need to go out there, fight some more people. I'm rooting for Brian Norman Jr. I've been in the gym with Brian Norman Jr. He'll fight and he be in there sparring heavyweights, putting them down, body work, body shots, all that. But it's a premature fight. I feel like they need to continue to go to the drawing board. And Brian Norman dad ain't gonna duck no smoke. His dad is not like Devin Haney dad whatsoever. They're totally different guys. They not trying to do what Devin Haney and them did, how he did with his son, or none of that. Brian Norman dad is totally different. You know, I'm talking about Brian Norman dad, no boxing. You know, he been in the ring. Haney dad haven't been in the ring. Not saying you can't coach not being in the ring, but he never really got in that ring to see how I feel to throw them punches like that. So they're totally different people. When you got somebody who's training you and his dad was a fighter and have over 30 fights, they know what they doing. Don't sleep on them because y'all think that he's ducking or y'all don't know him. That kid got some fire in him. You know, I'm from Jersey. I met Brian Norman 3 years ago, and I've been in the gym with him. I've been in the gym when he came off the injury, and I'm in the gym while he healing. That young man, y'all ain't see 100% Brian Norman Jr. yet at all. But when you get to see that 100%, he's going to be getting them guys out first, second, third round. He got some scary, freakish power. Y'all talking about Tank got power. Brian Norman Jr. is just like that as well. You know, so I feel like, man, it's a premature fight right now. And I think they need to build it up. I get the concept, what they got going on, and everybody want to fight everybody, but it's a premature fight, like 2 Cent said. It's definitely premature.
How long you think it is before Brian Norman would be ready?
I mean, I would say in the next couple of more, I'll say like 3 more fights, 2 to 3 more fights. He should get like 2 to 3 more fights. You know, get the feel of them lights, even though he been in the lights. You know, I think he need to get the feel of being out there on that big platform, you know, and stuff like that. So because when you going out there fighting and you got over 2,000 people out, you go from 500 people seeing your fights to over 2,000 people, 1,000 people booing you and stuff like that. Is a different ball game. It can't throw you off your game. So I feel like he should wait like 2 more fights, build up, you know, get 100. I don't know if he at 100% now, but you know, when he get at 100%, go in there working like he do. But you know, he ain't coming to lose. Ain't nobody knocking no Brian Norman Jr. out. I'm gonna tell you that right now. He's not gonna get knocked out, but it's a premature fight. I seen him take some hits. He ain't in there playing with no guys. He in there fighting heavyweights and everything. So he's not gonna get knocked out. Don't think he gonna come in there and get knocked out, because that's not gonna happen.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Pastor
Yep,
Price.
thanks.
All right,
Yep,
man.
thanks. Yeah.
Man. Come back again, man. I like how you
Yep.
broke it down, man. All right, sir.
Yeah, I'll be back
You in
on.
Atlanta now? You in Atlanta now?
Yeah, I'm in Atlanta now. I'm a coach as well. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you a coach
Yep,
in
yeah.
Atlanta?
Yes. I'm from New Jersey though, but I've been out here for 10 years.
Oh, yeah, a lot of people like that in Atlanta, you know. But anyway,
Yep,
that's a
yep.
beautiful place. All right, come back anytime, man. You want to chop it up?
All right, thanks, man.
All right, peace.
Peace.
What's going on, Big Kafka?
Yo, good morning, Fanon. How you doing?
Man, I'm well, man. I'm better now that I get to talk to my friend.
That's great, man.
Yeah, and once they get back, I'll talk to him. So how are you doing?
Oh,
Yeah, cornball shit. Sorry, man. For real, man. It's good to talk to you, man. What's up, man?
man.
Hold on. Before you do, I'm sorry. You know, let me take care of a little bit of, you know, what I need to do. Phoenix the Assassin says Turkey will spare no expense. Shout out Claymore Rain. Yeah, shout out to Claymore Rain. He's a star. Claymore doing his thing. Hey, 2 cents, send me an email. 2 cents, send me an email, please. If you wouldn't mind, 2 cents. Or hit me up on Instagram or however the best way it is for you to contact me. I got an idea for you. Why isn't Turkey paying for Jerron and Norman fight? One, because those aren't his fighters, obviously. And I highly doubt Hearn will lease Boots to fight under Rehad season banner instead of Matchroom. Yeah, unless he's over there fighting, unless he sends them over there to Saudi Arabia for some dumb reason. But and at which point in time they're going to take a big chunk out of that check. Kamal Oz said, "Hey, thank you again, man. Thank you so much. Phenomenal show. Thank you, Noop, brother Poe." Kamal Oz said, "Hey, Johnny and Michelle Agudro killed by a drunk driver." Yeah, I saw that. That's terrible. Rest in peace. I thought I got rid of you. Are we banning you? I thought we banned you. Yeah, you're blocked already. Rampage said, all these new Norman Jr. fans are capping. Don't call for the smoke, get offered the smoke, and then turn down the smoke. That's a duck, period. Oh, y'all are the duck. Damn. Rampage, thank you, brother. And hold on one second, let me check. Mr. Chestnut. Channel support. Thank you so much, Mr. Chestnut. Enjoying your channel, Fanon. Thank you, Mr. Chestnut Jr. Big supporter of the channel, Mr. Chestnut Jr. Thank you, sir, for trying to keep us and helping us on our road to being way up in the black and not the red, like that UFC event. Not trying to be in the red, dog. Ain't trying to be in that shape. What's going on, Big Kafka?
Hey, man. I think First off, I want to say, like, the last guy, there's no shortage of power punchers in boxing, bro. Like, there's a lot of power punchers in boxing. Like, we could list off a million power punchers in boxing that just can't get it done because they don't have the skill. But anyways, that has nothing to do with what I'm saying. Boots already knew what it was from the start when he said what he said. Like, and he literally didn't even try to, like, throw it out there like that. All Boots said was, we sent the offer a few days ago, or we already sent him the offer. That's all Boots said. Boots didn't say nothing else. And Boots knew what he was doing when he said that, because it's like, bro, if you really want to fight him, especially, and I didn't even know that this man's last payday was only $200K. Boots knew if that man want to fight him, he would easily accept that offer. You can make a case that you want a counter offer and all this extra crap, but bro, if you really wanted to fight that man, it don't make sense. I don't even like to call people ducks, but this don't look good. That's all I had to say.
Well, thank you very much, Big Kafka. I appreciate your keen insight.
I don't like that sarcasm.
What do you mean you don't like this sarcasm? I wasn't being sarcastic.
I don't think it was very keen, but I feel like it's very straight to the point. Like, I mean, the man, you know, it was very clear that he didn't want to fight him.
Sir. You said you don't think it was keen. You just thought it was clear.
Yeah.
Keen and clear. Very similar, aren't they? Keen, like precise. Your keen understanding, your clear understanding. I'm saying the same thing, basically. Maybe a little bit more, emphasis with keen, precise, observant.
Well, I appreciate that, sir.
Yeah, I was really truly complimenting you, man. That was me being serious and me not just trying to needle you.
Well, I was only saying that because I just feel like it's just obvious. That was a better word I should have used. It was just obvious what he was doing. Like, anybody can call that out.
to somebody with a keen intellect,
Oh,
not to somebody that doesn't know the sport.
Listen,
What's wrong with
I
the
think
compliment, man? I don't get this. How
I
come you don't
personally
like if I compliment you? You don't
here's
like
what
if
I'm gonna say about that, Fanon. I personally think I'm a casual boxing fan. I don't think I'm no crazy boxing fan. I just think it's kind of hard when
you're a casual boxing fan.
I
Is that
think
what you're saying?
I think so. I think
Okay, well, let me ask you a question.
I
Let's
think
test.
with the limited knowledge I have, I should be what is considered a casual, but because a lot of people are so, you know, they're a little slow. So it just doesn't it may seem like other people are casual when they're just really not boxing fans at all, I don't think.
Sir, let's test this, please. Let's test this casual thing.
Okay.
In the lightweight division, what is the weight class? What is the limit of the weight of the 135-pound weight division?
135 pounds.
What is that weight division called?
It's called, I believe, the junior lightweight division.
You think the 135-pound division is called the what division? If you weigh 135 pounds, what weight class are you in?
I mean, you're in the lightweight division.
If you weigh 154 pounds, what weight division are you in?
That's a middleweight. Or well, actually, no, that's a junior middleweight.
Okay. Who is Mauricio Sulaiman?
I'm the chairman of the WBC.
Yes. What are the 4 major championship organizations?
WBO, WBC. I guess you could say what's it called? But that's just what they call it. I'm coming inside now. But yeah, you got WBO, WBC, WBA, and I guess ring.
And do you want to do that again?
I mean, nah.
Please do it again. Give me the 3. Give me the 4 that you gave me.
I said WBO, WBC.
Hey, let's help you out here. What is ring?
It's a magazine.
Okay, there you go. So therefore it is not a championship. So let's leave the ring out of it.
All
But
right.
you have heard of the ring. So we'll count that as a bonus point because you do know what the ring is. But no. Can you say that what the championship belts are again?
All right, WBO.
Uh-huh. Okay, I'm gonna give you a hint. There's 3 W's and
There's
1
the
I.
organization, the council, and
There's 3 W's and an I.
Organization, the council,
What?
IBF.
Say that again?
I said organization, WBO.
Don't give me don't cut it off. Just give me the name of all 3.
Okay, WBO.
Uh-huh.
WBC.
Uh-huh.
IBF.
And what belt does Gervonta Davis have?
He has the WBO.
No.
Then it's the WBC.
No.
He don't got the IBF.
No. There's another one.
What, the franchise belt?
No.
What is you asking me?
Do you remember when Devin Haney was a champion?
Mm-hmm.
and Gervonta Davis was the champion.
Uh-huh.
And we used to have those conversations about a franchise belt and the franchise belt being like another championship belt called the Super.
Yeah.
What is Super? What organization has the Super belt?
The WBA.
So what are the 4 major championships?
Okay, WBA, WBO, WBC, and IBF.
So you knew them. You just had to jog your mind because you've never been answered that question before.
Fair.
Okay. But you had heard of that before, hadn't you? The WBA.
Yeah.
So you knew of it before. Let me test this. Who right now is the WBA champion at 154?
I want to say Fundora.
Who are the champions at 154 right now?
We got. Oh wait, no. It's Bud. It's Bud. I don't like that. But anyways,
It's who?
It's Bud, Fundora. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody.
Murtazaliev. Don't worry about Murtazaliev.
That man. I'm gonna call him that man.
Okay, no worries. Who is the trainer of Canelo Alvarez?
I really can't say his name, but it started with a
Just
R.
say it the best way you can. Spit it out. Anything close, I'll take. Dog, come on, man. Don't discuss me now. Don't do sounds and shit.
I can't.
Yeah,
I don't really remember his name, bro. I can't. I don't want to just say
Eddie.
Oh, Eddie damn.
Reynoso, right?
Reynoso.
Okay, don't worry. Who is Jermel Charlo's trainer?
Jermel, what you mean? The ball man. The one that they were all under the first. He had the same trainer.
What's his name?
He had the same trainer as his brother.
I know who he is. What's his name?
Derek James.
Okay. Who was Manny Pacquiao's trainer?
What's that white man name? God damn. The dude with the little lean. I can't remember his name right now, but I know who he is. I could look at him and I know exactly who he is. And he got the little lean and the mustache, the goatee.
Did he have the name like an insect?
Roach. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Okay, so so now that we know that you're not casual.
That's nah.
No. You're not a casual fan if you can get close to those answers. Okay? No, you're not casual. You're just not fucking very knowledgeable. But your ass ain't casual. There's way too many things that you know that a casual fan would have no fucking clue. I could not get anybody to Derek James. Okay? I could not get anybody to the 4 major sanctioning bodies by asking them what belt does Tank have that Devin had. Come on, man. You may not know a lot, dog, but you are not casual. You're just sloppy and lazy when you come talking to this boxing stuff. Damn. You ain't casual, though. And you're not without knowledge.
Listen, for
See, I was complimenting you, man.
I
you just can't fuck with me.
I just feel like there's certain things that are obvious. That's all I had. That's all I was saying. I feel like I'm a casual. Because, like I said,
you know what you're doing.
I grew up around boxing fans.
And can I tell you what you're doing? Can I tell you what you're doing?
What's up?
Can I tell you what you're really doing here?
What's up?
What you're really trying to do is this tactic where you decrease your own value so that you will drag down the value of everybody else that you think is better than you. So you can call them trash.
Whoa.
You're actually know a fair amount.
You're going deep.
I mean, that's what you're doing. You're still talking shit to other people. Why are you still talking if you don't know shit?
I'm not, okay. Hold on.
Your actions don't match your characterization of yourself, because if you really were so casual, then why are you talking to me every day and debating people that you are clearly not casual about boxing? Unless you think you know something about it, you wouldn't be up here. So don't act like you don't know nothing about something you clearly act like you know something about.
You know what I know about? I know about people. And I know when people you're using emotion instead of their brain. You see, that's what I
You want to call people stupid.
I don't want to call people stupid.
You don't want to give people the benefit of the doubt that they may just not know something. Because by being casual, you want to say that everything that you know is just obvious, and people who don't know it are just dumb. No. What I asked you was a bunch of questions that was not obvious, that you knew the answer to more or less, even though I think you were faking about not knowing some of the shit. Because you knew where I was going. So that's why you try to act like you had a hard time saying Derrick James.
I didn't have a hard time. I said the
bald guy. You could have said that shit right away, bro, if you wanted to.
That's fair.
You could have said it right away if you wanted to. You wanted to act like, I don't know. Oh, and I was complimenting you. I didn't want to do any of this.
Are you accusing me of like playing incompetent? Like, that's not what I'm doing at all.
Sir, you are a Negro that will play dumb.
God damn.
If you mean by play incompetent, play dumb, yes. Your ass will play dumb in a second, bro. Yes, you will. It's a frequent flyer move. He plays dumb a lot too. Don't worry about it. I know the technique, playing dumb. You're a hater. But that's okay.
That man don't be playing, Fanon. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, certain things are clear. Like, there's certain things that you can't defend. There's certain things that you can't argue.
What?
What you mean, what? Like, shit, that frequent flyer will get up here and say that Devin didn't lose because this man was on steroids. Like, anybody that saw that fight and actually did a little bit of research, did a tiny bit of digging, knows that that's not true. But some people will get up here and wholeheartedly believe that.
All right, man. Well, it was nice talking to you.
It was nice talking to you, Fanon.
Thank you, Franz Kafka. I wanted to tell you that you have a keen observation.
I appreciate that.
Thank you. Holler at you soon. I didn't even say nothing about that tramp stamp today until right then. Anyway, that was fun. I think that is something people want to do all the time. I'm really a casual. I don't really understand. You don't. You sure know how to answer some damn questions for somebody. Ask some questions for somebody that don't understand. No, yeah, I'm trying to tell that big Yale Bulldog tramp stamp be killing me every time. Kills me every time. Kamal in the building. What up, man?
Hey, Fanon, I just got to respond to a couple callers back. The gentleman was talking about Brian Norman Jr. and Jerome Boots Ennis. First of all, when you're a champion, I don't want to hear about the marination stuff, Fanon, because if you recall, there was a big fight that we all wanted to see that people said was not ready. No, I'm not talking about Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, who the Brits kept saying was not ready. You remember a guy by the name of Swift Hurd and Jermell Charlo?
Yes, I do know who they are. Yes, I do.
You remember when they were scheduled to fight and people were putting up roadblocks saying Swift Hurd's got to do title defenses. It's not ready. Let's marinate this. You remember that?
I do.
You remember how excited we, the fans, were for that excellent contrast in styles, especially after Swift edged Erislandy Lara. You remember that?
Yes, and Jared Hurd got a little funny acting when he got He was chasing until he got 2 belts, but then it switched up. I
Exactly.
remember distinctly.
Exactly. Did we ever get the fight that we wanted to see?
No, it wound up being Brian Castano.
Exactly. And Brian Castano is someone who's hugely talented. He beat Sergey Devranchenko in the amateur.
I'm sorry. It wound up being Jermel and Rosario.
Yes, Banana. Rosario's nickname is Banana from Dominican Republic, DR.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So be careful with the marination, especially in a sport that has disappointed when it comes to marinating. So the caller who was the pastor from Atlanta, great caller. I liked him.
Absolutely.
But Boots is not, and this is no disrespect to him. I'm just saying, Boots is not going to dictate his career and say, in 3 fights, I'm ready to fight Brian Norman Jr. I'm going to wait around at 147, and then I'll fight him. That's the Errol Spence mistake that he made against Crawford when he gave him the farm, and to include putting his body at a hugely distinct disadvantage to wait for somebody. Jerome Boots Ennis is not going to do that. So to me, the moment that you get a championship belt, you should be ready to defend it against championship level fighters. If you get a championship belt and you say, no, I'm still a prospect, or no, I'm a baby champion, or any of that, that goes out the window. So it is, in my opinion, unrealistic to expect Jerron Boots Ennis to wait 3 fights, fighting IBF mandatories, maybe getting a PBC fight, which I doubt he'll get one of those PBC fights. If rumors are to be believed, Barrios is going to fight Pacquiao. That's going to be close to being announced. And then Stanionis will have somebody once the WBA strips Crawford and moves Stanionis into the top spot. And then eventually those two will fight. So Boots is not going to determine his career by Brian Norman Jr., and nor should he. He should not disadvantage himself financially, with his career freedom, and most importantly, with his body to accommodate somebody who, quote unquote, needs 3 fights. And this is no shade, no disrespect to that caller who suggested that. I have no doubt that Brian Norman Jr. is a good talent, but Boots is not going to put himself in a position where he is disadvantaged, nor should he. So be careful with the marination stuff, because you can marinate in a sport of boxing all you want, and you may never get the fights. And there are countless others besides Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, besides Jared Swift Hurd and Jermell Charlo, besides all the dudes Canelo ducked, Jermell Charlo and Canelo at 154 when we wanted to see it. Jermall Charlo and Canelo at 154. Now Canelo's trying to fight these guys when they're inactive and when they've got legal problems. Kirkland and Canelo, when they were supposed to fight at 154, and then Canelo didn't want to fight him, then said, okay, you can't use Ann Wolfe in the fight. Be careful about marinating these fights, because in the end, you may not get the fight, as I've proven, or you marinate it to a point where one guy is not what he once was. I want to get your thoughts on that, Fanon. With that, I'm out. Thank you.
All right, man, come on. Man, come on. Give me no warning when he done. Boom, boom, I'm out. I saw you, Agent Zero. I should have acknowledged you. You are welcome to come back up. Big Key said, much love to you, Fanon, in the chat. RIP to John Bowie, who got me a wrench and put me onto this channel. One love. Yes, sir, man. Rest in peace. And we're going to give a gong to the great John Bowie. To the memory of John Bowie, rest in peace, John Bowie, and much love and nothing but great wishes to his family. Agent Zero, how can I help you?
What's up, bro? You can hit me, bro?
I can.
You said you can?
I can.
Oh, I got these AirPods in. My fault. Hey, this dude you were just talking to that you finessed yesterday out of that $25. Hey, bro, I need some real what's the name? I need some real competition to debate his ass.
Dude, I
You
whooped
out,
your ass so bad your mama got mad at me and sent me a note.
hey,
You
you
got
just be
your ass whooped by me. You got
you just
devastated
be
by me.
talking.
What you mean you need some competition?
You just be talking, bro. I ain't gonna lie. The dude Kofa you were just talking to, that's what you call devastated. You giving that man lessons, you teaching him how to debate, you teaching him
Dog,
shit
I
about
whooped your
boxing.
ass worse, dog. So just come on, man.
You gotta stop
2
giving
cent,
me
dude. 2 cent right there. I 2 cent is definitely smoked you.
2 cent. What she say? Repeat to me what she said that she smoked.
I got it on a video, dog. The one you
Re-
bragged about. I literally put her on right
repeat.
after you
Hey,
smoking.
repeat. I'm talking about yesterday when she was talking yesterday. She ain't really
Hey,
say
dog,
nothing
come on,
yesterday.
man. Look, man. Something you want to talk about, dog? If you get, hey, let's do it this way. How about you start talking about some boxing, and the second you slip up, you get cooked.
I mean, it ain't,
We can do it that way.
we only gonna debate one dude. That's all I'm saying. That's my problem. We only gonna
Dog,
talk
look,
about
man, you
one
got
dude.
something to say about boxing. If we disagree, no worries. You can get cooked.
All right,
No worries.
so
No, there's no shortage of people that will. Seriously, man.
I'm just trying to see how you think you cooked me in my argument, though.
Me?
Yes, you. I don't care.
I don't
about
remember
nobody
what
else.
the argument is, dog, but I guarantee you I did.
You did though. You ain't never.
What was the debate? Say it again.
I'm gonna give you my main 3 points once again.
Nah, dog. Give me your main 1 point. I'm not debating 3 points.
My main one was for people who never seen somebody box. Stop calling.
No,
them
you
trash.
gotta talk
That
to
was
me.
my main.
Nah, your point to me.
Yeah, okay,
Your
to you.
point to me.
I figured niggas never. It's my fault. People never seen Cordina fight, so don't call them trash. That was my
dog.
that was my main.
You have to say something to me to debate
my
me.
point though. That's my main.
But you know that's not a point, bro.
How you figure
Yo,
that
what's
though?
going on in your background? First of all, stop. What's in your background? What's going on with your
I'm
background?
cleaning this barbecue grill. My fault, bro.
Oh, then you gotta go until you're done cleaning the fucking barbecue grill. Okay, come back when you're done. Come back when you're done cleaning a barbecue grill. Hell no, we ain't back on this. That dude named Dave. I'm here scraping a barbecue grill, man. Get that Rollo 2.0. I got a Rollo. Just so you know, I said I saw talent. It's because I see you as a good replacement for Rollo. Dog, I know that is Rollo's little brother or somebody, man. Tony Robinson, man. I see you, man. What's going on, Tony Robinson?
Peace and blessings, black man. What's going on?
Man, I'm well, sir. How are you?
Very blessed. I just had a question, probably a two-part question. I think Kamal had answered part of it. What happened to Charlo or all the belts? Did he get stripped from all of his belts after the Canelo fight? Because I know we was all waiting to see if Crawford was going to fight him.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much he got them all taken in one way or another. Yeah, some he was stripped, other ones he like relinquished and went into recess. Yeah, but pretty much all those belts are now with other people.
So now we never get to see the Crawford Charlo fight, nor do we get to see the Charlo Arrow Spence fight or the Crawford Spence fight.
All of those could still happen.
Would that be
because he's in Jermell is in recess. So it means because he's in recess, he can come back and fight the champion for the for the WBA at the very least, and that's Terrence Crawford. So really, if Jermell came back, I think Jermell could pretty much just come straight back and get a fight ordered for him with with Terrence Crawford. So
All right.
those fights can still happen.
That's all.
WBC, and I
Yeah,
think
that's
the
all I wanted to know.
WBC Yeah, and I think that if he becomes the WBC champion, I think he's the I think Jermel's the WBC champion in recess too. So I think he gets it with the WBA and the WBC. But all right, man, I'll get back with you, Tony.
Appreciate you.
All right, man, get back. Thanks. Appreciate you as well. All right, where'd you go? What's dude's name? I forgot. He's almost, it's like, oh, the dude with the grill, man. Are you done cleaning your grill yet, man? So you can get this smoke. I don't mind talking to you, man. It's kind of fun. You're kind of like, yeah, Agent Zero. He's kind of like Franz Kafka. About the same level. It's a good conversation. I give you guys hey, Agent Zero. Yeah. Oh, what'd you say to Andy Gill? I'm sorry, what'd you say, Andy Gill? All right, that's it. All right, Agent Zero. Salute. It was fun while it lasted. It was fun while it lasted, Agent Zero. What's going on, Phoenix the Assassin? Mission complete.
I thought a conversation about letting things marinate was kind of interesting because, we definitely have seen that fail. I think that one of the biggest examples in recent history of seeing that fail was Devin Haney. He let things sit around too long before he decided to go ahead and take a big fight. Could have took the tank fight. But then he decided to go ahead and get his ass whooped by Ryan. And that's a perfect example of letting things marinate. Like, fights can only marinate like that in rare instances. It's going to take two people who are that far above like everyone else for that to happen. And an example of that would be Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, like in recent boxing history. That's the one that ended up being the biggest fight on pay-per-view, and the live gate killed it. Like, Mayweather and Pacquiao were able to do things to their opponents that everyone else was not able to do to those same opponents. And that's the thing, like, people talking about, like dude from Atlanta that was up here a little bit ago, say you want to see the best fight the best. Like, there's a thing is like there's the actual best, and then there's people's perception of it. And people's perception of it isn't always on point. They like a lot, like I was saying, sometimes the titles and accolades can get people's minds twisted and confused. Like in the example I brought up earlier today and multiple times before about how much do the belts matter? Because you could say like, okay, Zab Judah, everybody knew who Zab Judah was. Everybody knew what type of fighter he was when he was in his prime and when he became undisputed champion. At the same time, despite the fact that Carlos Baldomir beat him at that time, a lot of people will still say, Baldomir was a bum. He won by fluke. It was an accident, whatever, right? Because Baldomir beat him and stopped Arturo Gatti before fighting Floyd Mayweather. And Floyd beat him. Thing is, Baldomir didn't take none of the belts. He was the B-side coming in, so he wasn't making nothing, right? So, we could say, well, Baldomir was a bum. He didn't really have belts. He just got lucky. And, not many people know him. I mean, apart from Floyd, like the big fight, and some of the other big fights you could say he had, like he eventually fought Canelo. But a lot of people don't really, say that he was a great fighter, despite what he was able to do with Zab Judah, who at that time, that was like Zab Judah was on fire at that time. That was right before Zab fought Floyd too. So we look at that, or we can look at Kambosos. Like a lot of people look at how he was and say, hey, he got that fluke win against Tio, however you want to feel about it. And, as far as champions go, if you're looking at that weight class, was maybe the worst Devin could have fought. But you see, when you're looking at the level of these fighters, like a lot of people associate popularity and accomplishments with skill level, but then they don't want to look at, everything behind it. They want to take it at face value. And taking things at face value is okay, but only to a certain extent. So, like, you could say this fighter got a great jab, but if they got a great jab, okay, who is that against? Is it against people shorter than them? Is it against people that got the same hand speed? Or you can look at a fighter and say, okay, this guy got a great jab too, because he's shorter than people and he has shorter arms, but he's able to establish his jab against them better than they are against him. Like a fun fact, Deontay Wilder, at the time he fought Luis Ortiz, he was ranked top 3 overall in boxing for his jab. Not Devin Haney or anyone else. Like, it was Deontay Wilder, Golovkin, and either Errol Spence or Canelo at that time. But a lot of people would say Deontay Wilder isn't a great boxer because he don't have defense. There's so many things that go into making a great fighter, and so many things that people don't understand, because a lot of boxing fans haven't been in the ring, haven't been in the gym, haven't really looked at things in depth, like, even to the business side. And there's so much that goes into boxing that people don't get. I mean, people think ring IQ is just defense. People think making adjustments only needs to happen whenever a fighter is experiencing a difficulty in the ring or they find themselves at some type of disadvantage. And that's not the case. You can make adjustments when you're up. You can make adjustments when you're winning. I mean, one example of that would be Shakur and Haratunian. People are saying that it was a masterclass, whatever, he didn't have to make adjustments. Yeah, he was winning the fight, but look at what his grandfather told him: let your hands go. Look at what Shakur said after the fight: you need to work on cutting off the ring. And those are things that he could have adjusted on to go ahead and possibly get a knockdown and maybe even a stoppage when he had Haratunian hurt to the body in the middle of the fight. So you look at things like that, and a lot of people have one way of looking at things, and whenever things don't match up with that, or somebody brings an opposing viewpoint, or something that's contrast to what they've been believing for so long, they get upset about it. But boxing is a lot more complicated than what it looks like, sitting outside, watching it on TV. And, you can see stuff on TV and see something completely different whenever you ringside. Like, shoot, whenever I've been in the corner working fights for people, there's stuff that I'm able to see in the corner because I'm right there. I'm right there, like point blank. I'm seeing people right there in my face, like when they are in the corner and having their sweat splash on me and everything like that from when they get hit and stuff. I'm seeing, like, as soon as a mark show up on the face, and then if they start dripping with blood and everything like that, I'm seeing that right there. And that's stuff that you can't normally see on the TV. There's certain angles that you can get when you're ringside, because, they always have to change the camera angles whenever you're watching from home. You get to see everything when you're right there. And it gives a really, really different perspective. So whenever we're hearing about the best fighting the best and wanting to let fights marinate, like, we have to really be realistic. We can't just say, like, Brian Norman Jr., yeah, he's 26 fights with, 22 knockouts that he got, or is it 20 knockouts? And they're talking about you need 3. I think it's either 20, 22, or 20 in his 26 fights.
Go ahead, man. I'll just figure out.
Okay. But yeah, and like Boots, he's got 32 victories with 29 knockouts, right? So they're talking about, okay, maybe Brian Norman need more time.
He's 26-0 with 20 knockouts.
Okay, 20, right? So, like how much more experience do we say a fighter needs once they become a world champion? Like Kamal was saying, like, hey, they should be defending that stuff against other championship level fighters and contenders. And at the same time, if he's not ready right now with 26 fights, then when is he going to be ready? Because people said Canelo wasn't ready with 40 plus fights. So he didn't have as much experience, even though he had an amateur career too before he turned pro. And on top of that, he turned pro when he was like 15. Floyd didn't turn pro at 15. He was older, right? So, how are we going to pick and choose which fighters we say is ready and which ones aren't? Like, we might feel they're not ready as far as a skill level, but that doesn't mean the fight shouldn't happen, right? Or that doesn't mean that they should wait for it to happen. In this case, as far as people talking about it needs to marinate a little bit, like that's backfired so many times because certain fighters weren't able to go ahead and upkeep their end of it and ended up having poor performances or getting knocked out or getting to a point where they don't look like they used to before. And then that kills the interest in it. And then nobody wants to see it other than a just because fight if they happen to be available. I don't think that that's something that needs to always happen whenever we're talking about people being built up and, waiting on fights we want to see happen. That stuff can backfire and kill so many fights. And, that like, shoot, another big one that killed was Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. That fight did because, like I said earlier, Wilder don't fight the same way that he used to. He barely throw punches. That could happen to so many others. So, for me personally, I don't think that it's necessarily a good idea for, fighters or their trainers and teams to say, hey, we need to sit on this for a little bit and let it cook up, especially when they're not 100% sure about where their fighter's skill level is and are they going to be able to look that same way against convincing guys at the top of their weight class. It's going to let them know, hey, they can hang with this other top guy. I don't think it's a good idea. But I don't know. If you wouldn't mind sharing your thoughts on that whole marination stuff.
Hey, after a long talk, you got to give me a very short question, and I can answer that because I don't know of all the things that you said. I can't respond to all that.
Just marination in general.
Huh?
Just the whole marinating part in general. Like, how do you feel about it?
You got to define it for me because you said a lot.
Letting fights marinate.
Oh, what do I think about letting fights marinate? I mean, it's very risky. It's risky. It's risky both ways. It's risky to do it right away. It's risky, and because it could be disastrous for the loser, and going too long is risky. I think it's a delicate art. And sometimes but sometimes, I lean towards you. If you can get it, you got to get it. Like the example that you brought up about just fleetingly about Deontay Wilder I believe you brought that up, Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, and how we're not going to get that. So that one needed to take place, but it was the same thing. So we're going to let this marinate. We're going to let Deontay grow, and man, please, that shit never panned out because you just didn't want it, man. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's my take.
Yeah, I agree with that. But man, great show as always, man. Hope you enjoy your weekend. You'll take it easy.
You as well, man. Deuces. Terrell W said Arrow was never supposed to let the Bud fight marinate. Arrow Lord great during the Ugas fight. If Bud didn't want to fight in a decent amount of time, Arrow should have moved on. Yeah, I agree with that one. Looked. Okay, yeah. Okay, I didn't get that. Yeah, I agree. Man, that was a great call, though. I mean, not though. That was a great call, Phoenix the Assassin. That was a very, very good call. Give me 1 second. Frequent Flyer, what up? Hey, can somebody unblock Boxing Hacker? Did anybody? Hey, somebody unblock Boxing Hacker for me. I was joking with Boxing Hacker, and then the comment went on a long time, so I wasn't able to unblock him. Seriously though, Boxing Hacker, where you at, man? What's your opinion, man? What's your opinion? Because unblock here for Oh, yeah. Unblock here for boxing. I can't. Here for boxing has to click the link for me to unblock here for boxing. G-Man King, if you click the link, I'll unblock you. What do you have to say about that, G-Man King? G-Man King. If you get on here, I'll unblock you. What say you about that? Fernand, you think anyone wants to unblock Boxing Hacker but frequent fly? I do, man. I want to unblock Boxing Hacker. I like Boxing Hacker. But some dog whimpering. I want to. I like Boxing Hacker, man. I want to unblock Boxing Hacker. Salute to Boxing Hacker, man. I like Boxing Hacker. Did you guys block G-Man? Did you block G-Man? Do I gotta go look to see if one of y'all blocked G-Man? Because G-Man didn't say nothing back. I have a suspicion some of y'all pulled the trigger on G-Man. Did y'all? Can somebody tell me if G-Man just got blocked and I can't see it on my screen? I need to know, man. Did y'all block G-Man? Oh, okay. So what say you, G-Man? What say you, G-Man? What say ye, G-Man? I will unblock you if you click the link. What say you about that? I guess not. I guess not. That's okay. Anyway, it's been fun. What a great week. It's another weekend of no fights. Let me see. Kay, I got to see your face before I let you up here. All right, cool. I got you. You don't have to show your face anymore. You got to take yourself off mute, though. You're on mute. Okay. How can I help you, Kay?
What's up, MH?
I'm well, man. How are you?
I'm doing good, brother. Good to see you. I know you did the transition from Fanon, so I'm gonna call you MH.
I'm on both channels right now, so that works though.
Okay. What's good with you though, brother? I like hearing your takes and everything that you be going through, and I want to speak a little bit about this Tank Davis. They not like us information that we got going on. And it's the same information that I have for Jerron Boost Ennis and that I have for Errol Spence. When you the A side, or when you the cash cow, or when you the fighter in the position to make these fights happen, then you have to kick down your promoter door, your manager door, your team's door, and say, hey, give these oppositions whatever they are asking for, MH. Let's make this fight happen for us and the fans. Kick down the door, Boots. Fight Brian Norman. Give him $3 million or whatever the fuck he asking for. Gervonta Davis. Kick down Al Haymon door and say, hey, William Cepeda, he number one. Shakur, he number one. I don't want no El Rayo. He at 140. Give me the niggas in my division.
And you got niggas and MFers flying. Gotta chill out.
My bad, MH. Right. My bad. That's on me. Tank Davis, let me call him Tank Davis. Tank Davis, Jerron Boost Ennis, and Terrence Bud Crawford, Canelo Alvarez, these Tyson Fury, these guys are in positions to make these fights happen, MH. They are. They can kick down their promoter's door and say, give them what they asking for, like Errol Spence did with Terrence Bud Crawford. And it don't always work in your favor, no. But at least you tried.
You can call me Blackwell. Please call me Blackwell.
Oh, all right, Mr.
Yeah, don't do MH. Just
all right, Blackwell. All right, Blackwell. All right, well, go ahead and do your take. I said what I had to say. I want to hear what you got to say to that.
Because I cut you off, so I was too annoyed by MH to
all
really
right,
understand.
All right, All right,
Blackwell. You want to call me
Blackwell.
something out of that title? Call me Blackwell. That's
Black,
actually
Black,
everybody can do that. If anybody
everybody.
really wants to know what I really like to be called, I really like to be called Blackwell, period. That's my favorite thing to be called. People ask me, should it be Fanon, Martin? I'm like, truly, my favorite name is just Blackwell. Hey, Blackwell.
That's what
Man,
I'm going with. Out of respect of
Blackwell.
you.
Good.
Out of respect of you, I'm going with Blackwell. Now, like I was saying, Blackwell, again, these fighters are in position and have put themselves in position. They didn't do nothing wrong. I'm not blaming them. They didn't do nothing wrong. They got to the top. They are at the top. If you want to fight these fighters and these fighters are calling you, give the oppositions what they're asking for. Now, if you're telling me that I don't know the business of boxing, then you might be 100% right. I have never been a promoter, never been a manager. You know what I'm saying? I never paid a fighter. But how I'm looking at it from the outside looking in, and a fighter at the magnitude of Errol Spence can say, I can give Terrence Crawford whatever he asked for and to make the fight happen, then these other fighters can take initiative and do the same thing. There's no reason why these fights aren't happening, Blackwell. And if I'm wrong, you correct me. I want you to. I'm asking you to.
Which fights are not happening?
I feel like the Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence fight took too long to happen. I feel like the Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis fight should be happening. I feel like the Jerron Boost Ennis fight should be happening. I feel like the Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney fight should be. I ain't gonna keep going on. Let you go ahead, but you see my point. You get my draft.
And why do you think they're not happening?
Because I don't feel like the fighters are demanding these fights to happen. They need to kick it down the promoter doors, not going to no purse bids, not going to all of these like oh this company didn't get the fight, so let's send it to a purse bid and they settle out for like $2 million or some silly stuff like that. Blackwell, what I'm saying is if you can make the fight happen, if you can go to your promoter and say, hey, give them an extra 500,000 or give them an extra $1 million, let's get this fight for the fans. Why aren't you doing that? Why don't you want to do that? It don't have nothing to do with, oh, I don't have to fight him, he's not on my level. No, this guy want to fight you. The fans want to see it, and it's going to put money in your pocket. Why wouldn't you go to your promoter and say, hey, let's make this fight happen?
I think people do go to their promoters and say, let's make this fight happen. But the promoters got interest too.
Gotcha.
Well, I appreciate you, Kay. That was fire. Come on back, man.
Already.
Love your energy, man. David, what up, man?
Yo, what's going on Fanon?
Nah, man, we got a new thing. Just call me Blackwell, man. Please.
Blackwell. I was about to call you that, but I was like, I'm not sure how to say it, you feel me? But
Black. You know the color black?
Yeah, but I forgot a little bit what you said.
Well, like a well with water, well, or how
you doing? Yeah, I know well. I thought you said well, like good.
Yeah, it is well, like good, like well. I'm doing well. Yeah, Blackwell. That's it. It is.
That's what's up, man. Blackwell. What I want to say, cause the last dude, K, I believe his name is, he was saying like about that. I believe promoters gotta do their thing, and sometimes, bro, when you got people like Shakur or Devin, shit like that, they talk a lot. They lie, they do that, and from my point, I see it from like this dude talking all that. Why would I give this dude the opportunity, bro? This dude a clown. You feel me? And that's what I believe sometimes happens. You feel me? Like, and it's the ego and shit. But I agree, man. I want to see these big fights, bro. You know what I mean? I want to see big fights, bro. I want to see Ron Garcia versus Devin again. I want to see Shakur versus Tank. Canelo gonna beat ass. I want to see big fights, bro. But this fighters gotta stop fucking lying in interviews, talking hella shit. You feel me? And that's all I gotta say, man. God bless you, Fanon. God bless everybody watching, man.
All right, man. Get back, David. Holler back at you. Yeah, it'll never switch off Fanon. You called me Fanon before. Just keep calling me that. It's all right. I just want to let you know that's what I do prefer. Just don't call me no MH, bro. You're going to make me change the name of the channel. You're going to have me, let me call me MH. Click. I can't do that because it's Blackwell. If you want to call it, or Martin. It's either that. But anyway, whatever, man. Give me 1 second, Lion. Fanon, the consensus of the chat want Kings new to be name to be Lil Trump. Okay. And somebody else said, King can co-host. Let's raise, hey, seriously, man, we need support for the channel. If we raise, I promise, even if he talks about Turki Alalshikh, I won't even cut off King. King can co-host for up to 20 minutes. But it's gonna cost $50 for 20 minutes. That man said, hell no. Hey, space for Lent. Space for lease. Leon, what up, man?
Yo, what's going on, Fanon? I mean, Blackwell. How you doing?
Well, man, you can call me, man. Whatever you for now works, man. Go ahead, man.
All right.
Anyway, anything you used to call me, man. Go ahead, man.
From the last caller, well, not the last one, the second to last.
Yes, sir.
I'm starting to notice that there's it's like it was a switch somewhere along the lines where the top dog is now having to concede what he earned to the challengers. I don't think it's no way in hell that they should be giving up anything that they've earned. They've earned this spot of being the top dog, having the belts, running through countless challenges that they had to run through in order for them to start giving up their perks from being the top dog. So now Gervonta Davis is supposed to go knock down Al Haymon's door and say, hey, listen, I want to give this up to Shakur because I want to fight him or because Shakur is talking all this trash about me. Hell no. There's no way in hell that Gervonta Davis should be doing that. There's no way in hell that Boots Ennis should be banging down somebody's door and saying, hey, you know what? I know I'm only offered $5 million, but hey, take $1 million from me and give it to Brian Norman Jr. To be honest with you, I haven't even heard of Brian Norman Jr. until he started talking trash about one, Gervonta Davis with his father. Two, after he started talking trash about getting in the ring with Jerron Boots Ennis. I at least heard of Jerron Boots Ennis for the last maybe 1.5 to 2 years I've been following him, right? So it's like these people are expecting for the A side, which is the top dog, to start conceding what they've earned throughout their career to get to. You know, all these belts, all these fights that they had to go through, all these punches that they had to take for me to turn around and say, hey, you know what? Okay, I'll give you 40% or 50% of the revenues. No, that's garbage. Gervonta Davis doesn't have to give nothing up to Shakur. Shakur wants to talk all the trash that he wants to talk. You want to get busy in the ring? Then this is what you're gonna get from me. If you beat me, you're gonna get my belts. You're gonna get my top spot. You're gonna get next in line. You're gonna become the cash cow. I'm gonna have to come to you and say, you know what? I'll take the 30%. But to me, I just don't understand why people are starting to say, you know, this is what they got to concede. They don't have to concede anything. And that's just my take on it. And I'll leave it at that. I appreciate the time.
Man, anytime, Lion, man. Good to see you again, brother.
All right, take care.
All right, now. Man, I have a serious, you think I'm about to mispronounce his name. I think that's Ree. How can I help you?
Facts is Ree.
Yeah,
but
okay.
I
got it right. What's on your mind, man?
Give
me 1 second. Alan Sosan, thank you so much. Said a little support with the $10 holler. Thank you so very much. And Fanon, the consensus. Okay, I got that, man. I got that. I'm sorry, I didn't do that. Somebody else had something I did want to address, though. Maybe not. What's going on, Ree?
Yeah, my take is I'm gonna say this with the Brian Norman thing. I do think Brian Norman priced himself out. I think he was asking for, dude ain't really bring nothing to the table. So for me, I don't know what he wanted even more than $1 million for. and it kind of reminded me of the Frank Martin situation. But dealing with even going to this, the last dude said about the Shakur, I'm like, I don't understand. How could you take something that wasn't sent to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, how could you accept something that wasn't present to you? I didn't. You seem like these dudes was back and forth with, yo, they did send the offer. Brian Norman's people, they was like, yo, they did send the offer. We declined it. We countered. It was that argument. I never heard nobody on Tank's side say they sent Shakur anything. I haven't heard anybody on Shakur's side said they received anything. So I think that fight, and I do kind of fault Shakur for taking Cordina, but I do think he was in the situations like, yo, I'm waiting, and these dudes that don't want to fight me, they not sending me nothing. And even Zepeda, he said he was taking time off, and now he's fighting Cambosis or supposedly Tevin Farmer, I think, in November. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a pattern. And my thing is too, these dudes are sheep because they run with whatever these little Twitter pages. It was never nothing even being sent to Shakur. Shakur didn't decline the number, and I'm pretty sure Shakur wouldn't have declined anything coming his way. I really think Shakur wanted that fight. And I don't know where these niggas' logics be. But now, what you think? I'm chatting?
No, man. I mean, I get what you're talking about, man. I'm not really tripping, man. Honestly,
it's like, yo, you can decline something that wasn't sent to you. Does that happen?
Can you decline something that wasn't sent to you?
Yes.
Technically speaking, you can have somebody make an offer to you on a specific term. You hear about it, and you can tell somebody no to that. So, you know, in an agreement, you have not just one term, you have many specific terms. So 25% is just one particular term. So he could have said no to from somebody at Top Rank that said that that's what was offered to him. And he could be like, man, I'm not interested in that. Right. But that doesn't mean he's turning down the fight. And then it doesn't mean that it's really like it wasn't sent to you. So like, if you mean, unless you mean sent by, like, if you mean sent by, like, they have to write it down either in a text or in a email or on a, you know, formal piece of paper. Can you tell somebody no to something that's not sent to you in that fashion? Yeah, you can do it verbally. You can tell them no. So, but I get, generally speaking, I get your point. And I don't want to nitpick you, but yeah, you can do that.
Because the thing, you know what they were saying though, remember, like back in August when Gervonta was in Paris, they were saying the stuff, the talks wasn't happening because he's in Paris. He occupied. The Olympics ended August 12th. And even after August 12th, the next few weeks, it was still it was still nothing that was, you know, rumored or anything. You know, it was still like it was no talks. So that's why.
So are you generally saying that we've not heard from either party, so we don't know that either person ducked?
No, I'm saying is because the narrative is that Shakur took this Cordina fight too early. And then the narrative was also that Gervonta was in Paris, so his team or whatever, they wasn't even negotiating behind the scenes with Shakur's people. I do believe they talked, but I don't think nothing official was ever sent.
So are they saying it's a duck of that Shakur ducked Gervonta?
They saying Shakur duck. I mean, yo, you got dudes in your comments right now saying Shakur ducked Gervonta.
If you want me to comment, give me to the ultimate point you're making. Because if you're saying, is it just, if you want me to answer the question, is it possible?
I'm gonna ask you this.
Send you something.
Do you think
it's possible to do that?
I'm gonna ask you this. I'm gonna ask you this. Do you think Shakur ducked Tank by taking this Cordina fight too early?
No.
Okay. Do you think Gervonta ducked Shakur by not even sending a number?
No.
All right. So do you agree that I don't think both parties ducked each other? And I just think as time went, opportunity for Shakur presented himself by signing with Matchroom and taking this Cordina fight.
All right, I'm sorry. I've got an affliction. I will answer exactly what you asked me. So I'm going to ask you to restate that, because what you asked me is that what you believe? because you used the word I a couple times. You says, is it true that I believe this? So I have to assume it is true that you believe that. But are you asking me what I think? So
I'm actually, I want to like, I kind of want to like hear I want to hear like your opinion on how do you feel like this situation played out with Shakur and Tank? Do you think it was like, do you think they both wanted to fight? Do you not think they didn't want to fight? Do you think Shakur should have waited longer? Should he have waited until like November to hear something? Should he have took a fight in November? That's what I kind of want to hear. Do you feel like these moves, it didn't like take as like the time was too short in negotiation process? I want to hear your take on that.
I don't think that the fight was going to happen next.
Okay.
No matter what these guys, no matter what is being said, I have always maintained that fight was not going to happen next. That Gervonta Davis, first of all, in order to fight Gervonta Davis, anybody to fight Gervonta Davis, they've got to do business with Gervonta Davis the way that they want Gervonta to do business. And at the time, Shakur Stevenson hadn't decided what he was going to do in his career next. So, and Gervonta already, rumors are Gervonta Davis has a fight for November 2nd.
I heard that too.
Yeah, and people knew that Gervonta Davis, there was a likelihood. So anyway, Shakur was straightforward the entire time and saying, look, I'm not waiting. So I'm going out to do what I got. So no, I don't think either one of these guys are ducking each other because I think they both know that the fight's going to happen later down the line. And if you got a situation where Gervonta's not saying Shakur's ducking and Shakur's not saying Gervonta's ducking.
Yeah, I haven't heard neither one of them. You know, it's just the little fanboys, you know how that goes. I haven't heard Gervonta say anything like, yo, Shakur running for me. I haven't even heard him say Shakur running for me.
I'm in the midst of giving you a good argument, sir.
Huh?
I'm getting the midst of giving you a good argument. Okay.
I'm really like, say that again.
Man, can I finish?
Oh yeah, nah, of course. My fault. I didn't even mean to cut you
I
off.
would say, look, first of all, man, just ask me, do I think that there's a duck? No, and why? Because neither fighter think they're fighting next. Neither one. You have camps saying things back and forth to each other, but at the end of the day, Gervonta Davis was asked about Shakur next. He's like, yeah, that's something, but he was trying to get the Lomachenko fight. They had Lomachenko planned. So when they had Lomachenko planned for a date. So they had to have a plan B that they already were looking at for Lomachenko in case that didn't get done. So no, I don't think Gervonta Davis was going to fight him next. And that fight is something that needs to be, probably does need to be grown a little bit, not marinated. But, Shakur needed to find somebody else, at least figure out who he was going to be fighting with next before he could make a decision. And then he decided who he's going to sign with next, and they gave him a fight. And that's what people are going to do when you sign him. They're going to give you a fight. So instead of one fight, he got two fights. He got the fight with Cordina, and then he said, okay, the next one was Zepeda, and then that's it. And then hopefully he'll be in position to fight Gervonta. And that's the most realistic time for the fight to be made. When we had the conversation, I don't know if you were listening, Ree, but I was talking to 2 Cent, and 2 Cent basically was saying that, there's a time for fights. And when, there's a difference between when you want to see a fight and when the fight can happen. And the importance of knowing the rules and knowing how promoters work and what's in it for them, so that you can judge not only, when do I want to see this fight, but when do I really think I can see the fight? Like, I would love to see the fight between Jaron Ennis and Canelo Alvarez. But it's not the time right now, obviously. They're not, it's an extreme example, but they're not in the same weight class. And, there's other issues with it. So it's not something that really can happen right now. I would like to see it, but just talking about it isn't going to make it happen like that. And so I think that for at least for this year, this calendar year, 2024, I think that's the case with Shakur and Gervonta. I don't think it's a situation where the fight really is realistic to happen. Now, like if all the stars aligned, Like, if everything aligned like, like a lunar eclipse or some shit, maybe it can happen this year. But, I'm not betting on that.
Yeah.
Cool.
I agree with you for now. That was good points right there.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate
All right,
you, OG.
All right, man. Peace. Come on, King, jump on, man. Hey, I appreciate that, man. It was a good conversation. Boys spitting facts. A sides don't need to concede anything. B sides need to know they place and accept opportunity. Then Trevor says again, it is not easy as sending a contract. Negotiations happen first. Sometimes. Tank's team did reach out to Shakur. Kinda. Real Deal said, hey, you know where King got what say you from, right? He got that from true. Oh, no, I didn't say it. What say you? No. Why would that dude be saying what say you? Oh, now I get to throw his ass out because he was doing some true shit. Come on, man. Real Deal. You know where King? Why do you say I missed your super chat? I got it up. OG told me click the link, man. I'm not trying to hear all this shit. Fanon, when did Al Haymon contact Shakur's team? I've never heard that. Look, man. Look, I don't think either one of these guys are ducking. Hopefully we get the fight made. What do you want? That's my opinion. Click the link if you got something to say about it. If you ain't got no link clicking in you, slow down them typing figures and just listen to the show. Hey, look, man. I mean, look, Peril Infinity. I'm not saying that he didn't say that. I'm saying I didn't hear it. Why do you guys believe that you have to have negotiations before you can send a contract? Why do you believe that? It's not as easy as sending a contract. Negotiations happen first. Tank's team did reach out to Shakur. Man, you know what, man? I appreciate that support, man. I really wish that everybody understood how contracts work. I really wish people did. It's a lot of energy to explain that. I could write down an agreement, send it to you. You sign it, and I literally sent you that contract before any negotiations. That's what a take it or leave it offer is. It's your purchase. There you go, man. Pastor Lamar Rice, what up, man? You can absolutely have a take or leave it offer. And that's a contract with no negotiations. I'm not saying he's lying. I trust that Shakur said it. Now, hey, Shakur said it because Hunter Young said he said it. I believe he said it because Hunter Young and you guys are telling me he said it. He said it. I trust you. As long as you're not. King, where you at? Man, I need to talk to you, King. What up, come on?
Fanon, you never answered my question about marination, and I gave you examples, and somebody else brought up an example years ago when Top Rank was trying to make Gamboa versus Juanma Lopez. You never gave me an example. I mean, you never told me your opinion on people saying these fights need to marinate, and a lot of times one fighter can't hold up his end of the bargain, and we never get it. I asked you for your opinion on that.
I did, and I'll give it to you again. Okay,
what is it?
What I said was in response to that, I said that, look, man, yeah, there's definitely situations where it's really bad to let it marinate. Like you have a fight, just like, say, for example, where you have Deontay Wilder, and Deontay Wilder had was supposed to try to fight Anthony Joshua. And that fight winds up never taking place, because even though, yeah, they were marinating, that was really a cover for them never really wanting to fight. But then there's the other risk where you may make somebody fight a little bit too early, they're not ready, and somebody loses their investment. But that's a one-sided risk. Now, to add to it, there are other examples of fights that did happen, and I'm really glad they didn't marinate too long. Like the fight with Roy Jones Jr. and Roy Jones Jr. and Bernard Hopkins, the first one, when they were fighting for the vacant IBF middleweight title. And it was really early, but hey, boom, they fought each other. Yeah, I definitely did that. But that's what I think if my recollection is wrong.
Well, I didn't hear that really explanation, because I asked you and then Phoenix the Assassin asked you, and it kind of, I don't know. I mean, he brought up more points and he expanded in a way that I couldn't. So I was like, man, where's Fanon? I asked him to answer this question about marinating and how people are trying to say now Brian Norman needs more time as a champion, and how that is flawed thinking in my feeling. And now they expect Boots to sacrifice his career and outsource the responsibility of his career to a rival. And Brian Norman just sitting around at 147, I guess, fighting nothing but IBF level contenders. You got your I guess Conor Benn will be next or something like that. I was saying that, we've seen that work far less often in the sport of boxing than it has properly worked, because it hasn't. I mean, one of the sides hasn't lived up to their responsibilities. So that's what I was just saying. Is just that, it's unrealistic to expect Boots to outsource the responsibility of his careers to another entity that has a vested interest in him not being the best when they fight him. I mean, that to me, that's clear as day. Do want to get on the Shakur thing. One last comment, because the guy brought up some points. Look, this guy he's fighting, Corona, whatever the hell his name is, got knocked out by a guy with a 30% knockout ratio at 130. He somehow sneaked his way, finagled, whatever the hell you want to say. He sneaked his way into the top 15 at 135 after a knockout loss. They say Keyshawn Beetlejuice Davis is a prospect. Shakur won't fight him. That's my buddy. That's my friend. That's my family. He's fighting Lemos, who's 100 times better than Cordina. How is a prospect fighting? You guys tell me he's a prospect. That's what I've been told by the Shakur fans and Keyshawn Beetlejuice Davis fans. How is he fighting Lemos, who's a better fight right now than Cordina? Lemos gave Africa hell. So no matter what you say, I believe that Shakur did not negotiate in good faith, and I've provided many different examples of him being enrolled in that Bud School of Business and Delusion. But if he doesn't fight Tank Davis, you cannot tell me that Corona, which I drink for beer, is the best fight out there in the top 15. You cannot tell me that Lemos is not more qualified. So, okay, one excuse does not mean these are mutually exclusive offers. So if Shakur did not fight Tank, he could have fought a better opponent than Corona, Cordoba Subs, whatever the hell the guy's name is, who got knocked out by a guy from an IRA guy, Irish Republican Army guy, with a 30% knockout ratio. Give me my Lucky Charms, mate. I want to get your thoughts on that without I'm out, Fanon.
All right. My thought on that is that, yes, there were better fighters. There should have been better fights for Shakur Stevenson out there than Joe Cordina. Yes, I agree 100%. And yes, I agree 100%, Kamal Oz, that it is not a situation where it was either they were going to fight Gervonta Davis and there were no other options than Gervonta Davis, either the absolute top or you drop all the way down to number 13. The number 13 that snuck up in there. Where you at, Boxing Hacker? Jump on the channel. So I know, yeah, I do think that. I think that fight is garbage. I really do. I think that fight is absolutely garbage, Kamal. And I agree with you very much. I don't think it's a duck. Now, and I do very much like the fact that you said it's not just a matter of whether or not Shakur fought Gervonta Davis or not, and that there is a question of, okay, we know, well, who else are you going to fight? And is the other option acceptable? Now, I will tell you, seeing as he had, in my opinion, he did have William Zepeda that he was trying to make a fight with. I am going to steal from Devin Haney and give him credit for beating William Zepeda because he said he wanted to fight him. And since, Kamal, you're such a big Devin Haney fan, I know you'll accept that logic. Oops. I was thinking about frequent flyer when I said that. Trying to start some smack somewhere else. Nuke the Duke, what up, man? Big $10 holler, brother. Thank you so much. He said Shakur and Cordina fight will be the biggest flop Turkey has put on thus far. The college football games on October 12th are fire. That's hard to compete against. Wow, that's not good. Hold on one second. Gotta sneeze. All right. Woo. Y'all don't know anything but to make stuff up and to complain. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Nuke the Duke. Oh, what games are on? Man, I need to pay attention to college football this year. All right, Boxing Hacker. I need to pay attention to that this year, for sure. Man, I appreciate y'all, man. Let me make sure. I don't think I missed anything. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Where'd it go? Oh, hold on. Fanon, hey, what's up, Trevor? Thank you again, man. Thank you for holding down the chat today, along with obviously Big Noop. Phenomenal show. You're right, Fanon. I'm saying it's not possible, but everyone always screaming, send a contract, send a contract. You can deny an offer. You can deny an offer without a contract. Yeah, you can. You can. But I get you. Hey, Trevor Maniac, don't worry. The reason that I was saying that was because I was hating. I wasn't hating on you. I was hating on somebody else. People get on my nerves with certain stuff. And I don't know why, but I think I know why now. Because dude hated on me. So I have a tendency to think negatively. I got to fix that because that's not, that's not productive for me. Hey, Phoenix says, Shakur, Cordina will flop like Devin, but the canvas, upon the canvas with those left hooks. Ooh, hey, come on, man. Why are you hating, man? Come on. I wish the best for all these dudes, man, even though I will acknowledge, yeah. Oh, hey, what up, man? Yes, man. People sent me some stuff yesterday, too. Man, which I will. Yeah, I'm going to read them mugs, man. Tripping, bro. I'm be grateful. Oh, man, thank you. Several people did. Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Candy said, Tank won Baltimore. I cannot wait for Tank next fight. Me either, man. I want Tank to cherry pick next fight. I want a Stone Cold cherry pick out of Tank next fight. Bow, knock him out. Let's have a party at the MGM Grand. Give me something real easy. Hey, man, thank you something, man. A one-man party. Man, it's a one-man army. A Sean. For now, hey, said, hey, thank you for the great content from Shoney Dino. Thank you, bro. I need you. Hey, man, I hope you're doing well, man. We got to holler, dog. Got to holler soon. Thank you, man. Let me know. Hey, man, send me a text, man. Let me know everything's going. If you don't mind. When you have time, if you feel like sharing. Bird 101, brother. Thank you so much, man. How about this? Thank you. Said for support. Martin, thank you, man. Appreciate you. Andy Gill says Shakur talked his way out of the fight when he told Kenny on your live, you know what you bring to the table too. When Kenny Bad said Tank was the A side. And I don't know what you mean, Andy Gill. I sent you Anton. I saw that. Yeah. No, I saw that shit. Oh, I saw that. Yeah. I'm watching them. Come on. That's crazy, man. That's you Democrats. Come on. God dog, man. It's some Democrats, man. They got to stop that, man. Come on now. You know what I mean? Man, them people be on some funny business, homie. Some real funny business, man. Yeah, after I get done watching them, I'm going to do an MH Live on that, man. Hey, hold on one second, Egomaniac Kid. Hey, Kamal. Is Kamal a member here? It's Kamal. No, Kamal's not a member here. Egomaniac Kid, how can I help you?
I got a quick boxing question. How long has the Eurobum era been around, and is Eddie Hearn good for boxing?
Well, the Eurobum era, I would say, has been of American fighters fighting them is basically Dazn, the establishment of Dazn.
Okay.
Because the reason that I would say that began is because you are now able to, because of Dazn, you are able to be force-fed sheer numbers of fighters that you would have never, ever before wasted your time watching because it wasn't available in the United States. So now you sit there and watch people like Lawrence Okolie and Chasman Eastman and Salmon, Liam Walsh's and all that garbage. You get all of that stuff now. You'd have never seen this. It was not for streaming and Dazn. So Eddie Hearn can, just by sheer number of signing, have entire undercards, 7-8 fights of it, of Eurobums. Have you never noticed how large those cards are and how much of your spending dollar, if you are a Dazn subscriber, how much of that money is spent on those fighters and those fights that you never even watch, but you're paying for? Because in order to get access to the one pay-per-view that you may get that's decent from over there at Dazn, you have to subscribe to all the other crap you're never going to watch. So Dazn is the Eurobum era.
Okay. How long is it? I've only been watching.
What was the second? Hey, when I give it, if you answer me, let me tell you something. You answer me a question, I'm gonna give the answer till I feel like my answer's done.
Okay.
So, what's the next portion of your question?
Oh, it's just, is Eddie Hearn good for boxing?
As a general thing, absolutely. Yeah, I think he's done a great job with women's boxing. I also think he's done a really good job with British boxing, and I think the stuff that he's done with Turki Alalshikh and Frank Martin has been very good for European boxing. As far as American boxing, no, I don't think he has. I think that he's watered down, like I said, with all of these Eurobum fights. He's very much watered down the pool of secondary and tertiary level fighters. There's so many second and third level fighters out there on cards that it shouldn't be. I shouldn't be seeing them. And that's just nothing we would have seen in the United States. In order to see fights, you would have to see some usually Mexican fighters. But you see, if you pay close attention, the UK fighters keep losing. Many of them keep losing to journeyman Mexican fighters.
Right.
And it's like, whoa, how do they lose to this Mexican journeyman fighter? What an upset. It wasn't an upset. They're just hyping these fighters up and treating these world championships and having them won by domestic level fighters. So that's my take on it. But is he good for boxing in total? Yes, because he does great things with women's boxing. He does good things with UK British boxing, and he worked well and he did good thing for Arabian boxing.
Okay. What can I ask you about that blue coffee mug you were drinking out of earlier?
Can you ask me about my coffee mug?
Yeah.
Sure. Ask me about my coffee mug.
What is it? What was
It's
that bird?
Coffee mug.
Oh, bird thing on it.
What?
That blue bird looking thing on it.
Are you from the United States?
I'm from Missouri. Sorry, I was just trying. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Come on, man. I'm not here to joke, bro.
All right, sorry. My mistake. I can't tell. I don't know. I thought usually, or I don't know.
Come on, man. You're from Missouri, bro. So okay, I got you.
It was sorry. I actually really wanted to move to Lawrence. I was just trying to poke fun. I don't know. I really want.
Look, man.
I want to come up here and debate, but
I'm a big believer in ask stupid questions, get stupid answers. So if you ask me something that I believe that you know the answer to, like Kansas Jayhawks, who doesn't know that? You know that. So since you know that, and you're asking me like you don't know that, I'm like, you're manipulating me.
I mean, that's fair. I apologize.
Yeah. All right, man. But keep it on boxing. Holla at you, dog. You know that dude is eventually going to flip out and start showing his Johnson, right? You know that, right? Can we skip ahead to how that borderline psycho shit is going to play out? It's going to play out with this dude flashing his Johnson when he gets mad. I just want everybody watching. When that shit happens, you remember I told you this dude here is definitely gonna do it. It's the same dude. Like, man, if you do not get your ass from around me, dog, with your blinking eyes, dog, come on, man. Come on, man. Hey, I gotta tell you, the blinking eye Al Haymon is better, though. The blinking eye Al Haymon is better. All right. Man, do y'all see what the world really is, man? God, oh. That man said, "What is that? What is that bird?" He's small talking. All right, man. Can I get a caller that's sane, please? I'm gonna put this link in the comment section. The only prerequisite to clicking it is that you're sane. That's it. You just got to be sane. I need one more call. Preferably, I need somebody that's intelligent. I'm taking out debate ads. Somebody that is intelligent. Knows boxing, has a purpose in the conversation. And we disagree. Let us go. Preferably somebody with a big name in a YouTube channel. Preferably one of y'all. If I was to dream the impossible, it'd be your asses. But we know that I'm on all. He said it's nasty out here in these boxing streets. It's nasty. It is. Fanan, did you say sane? Cool, my little part. Gary, dog. Yeah, Gary, come on. I said, Gary, if he hits the link, if y'all sponsor, he can co-host, bro. Come on, man. Hey, here. Hey, come on, King. No joke. I promise. OTB. Hey, you hear me? Phenomenal show. Are you there? Phenomenal show. Are you there? Are you there? Phenomenal show. Oh, all right, do that, Dave. Look, man. I will allow you to host. I will give you your wrench on MH Blackwell. I'll give you the wrench on Fanon International Boxing. If you can do one task, an OTB on the bond, I swear on the bond. I will not screw you over. I will do it. You just have to successfully do one task. You have to raise $50. If you can raise $50 in 10 minutes, and I am eventually going to donate that money to something. If you can do that, that is a good service. And I will give you a wrench on both channels if King can accomplish that. Because somebody's going to have to vote for him. Now, only caveat. You lose $1 for every... No. Just one caveat. Here's King. King.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
All right, man. I swear I'm going to give you a chance. Don't fuck it up.
I'm here to get a $50 donation so I can get the wrench on the big channel.
Yeah, but no, here's the thing.
So now you're adding stuff to it.
No, I'm explaining the whole thing.
Go ahead.
I'm not going to screw you over. You want to make sure. Come on, man. You want to make sure you know all the rules before you say yes, right?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. You have to, your job is to host. We're going to pretend that this is an interview. I'm interviewing to be a co-host for the show.
Awesome.
Because you have a Skip Baylessness about yourself.
Oh, I appreciate
And it
that.
may be worth considering.
That's a major, major compliment.
Okay? So
Yeah.
you have to raise, but now here's the thing. It's got to be profitable for me.
Okay.
Is that fair? No. Is it fair that it has to be profitable for me?
$50. Yeah, that should be
Yes.
profitable.
So
Yeah.
here you go. You have to host the show for 20 minutes. Lead a discussion in which you can talk to me. The net has to be $50. So say you got $50, but somebody raised $10 to say fuck you. Nah. Then you come to you're caught. And it's got to be at the end of that 20 minutes, it's got to be above $50. Although, because I have to act like I got to give back all the money that people donate to get rid of you. Because when they say get rid of you, I'm not going to do it. So you gotta entertain these people. You got to make these people want you to win this co-host job. 20 minutes, though, you get to cook. And I swear I will not cut you off. I will not. You can talk about Turki Alalshikh. You can do whatever you want to do.
Does this have to be today?
Yes. Well, it is not even going to cost you any money. Notice that there's no money. You're not spending any money.
I'm listening, yeah.
Are you? You're not spending any money. It's donations from the chat. So we just guaranteed the last 20 minutes of the show, we're going to talk. You get to ask me questions. You get to coach. And if somebody jumps on, he left. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, let me
All
just
right.
step.
So
let
I
me-
think
let
you
me-
got, hold on.
let me
Somebody
just
put,
step.
look. You're already there. Lil
Let's
Trump.
go. Thank you,
That's you.
Fahim.
You're Lil Trump. So you take it. All right. So you $5 up.
Let me just step outside real quick. I gotta step outside.
Longer it takes you to go. I'm 5 in the hole already, dog. Fucking with you. Oh, no. I'm 5 up already. $5. This is gonna be fun. 20 minutes. God dang, he ain't got much time. He's playing me. I think he's playing me, man. Because the clock is already going. We'll go 20 minutes when he gets back, though. I don't run the clock, though. He's up $5. I'll wait till he gets back. We up at 7. Oh, we got 7.
Yeah, I'm here.
You
I'm
at
here,
7.
bro.
This
All
is for G-Man not ducking the smoke.
Is that a super chat for me?
Yeah, it is, but you got to do something, dog, or otherwise I got to pay you. I got to penalize you.
Oh
dog.
yeah. So for
No, I
now,
can't
man,
penalize you anyway.
what do you think about this Brian Norman thing, man? Do you see it as a duck? Do you see it as Eddie Hearn playing games? How do you see this realistically from your brilliant mind?
I see that it's really a failure of Turki Alalshikh to get something done, a big fight done. Because it's over there on Dazn, and he's got billions of dollars at his fingertips for any fight he wants, and just doesn't seem like Turki Alalshikh wants it.
You know
So
what?
I blame Turki Alalshikh.
I I mean I would agree with you partially. I do think Turki Alalshikh should help make this fight because he did meet up with Boots in the last fight, and he should really be helping trying to make this unification fight. I agree with you partially, right? But we don't know if he's even involved. We don't even know if Ryan
Bro, how
Norman
in
is
the
being.
hell is this gonna get you to $50? If I could fire your ass, I'd fire your ass right now.
What's
How
wrong
you
with
gonna
what?
get the $50?
I'm
They
just waiting
cost
on
me. We ain't nowhere near timeout. We ain't nowhere near our operating budget with this bullshit.
You gotta let it play out though, bro.
I'm just telling you, man. You 3 minutes into 20 minutes, you way over 20%, and I see right now you got $7, and you got barely 10%, and you damn near 20% through. All right, man. Are you talking dumb shit?
Dumb shit. I mean, what else? What else is there to talk about? I mean, you want me to talk down on Turkey Alalshikh? I think that'll
And you're
get
supposed
going.
to be a co-host, man. You got to learn how to entertain. But
I mean,
anyway, don't worry about it. We'll run the clock again. You got to you got a caller.
North Star. Is that North Star? Who's that?
He's on mute.
You're on
North
mute,
Star,
bro.
you're on mute.
You gotta try again, North Star. You're on mute, bro. You're cutting out, bro. Come back in, bro. I'm gonna put you in the back and come back in.
Sneaky nigga, you just lost $5 for talking shit to me. Dog, I swear.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Yes.
can hear you.
Man, for now, what kind of deal was that? What kind of deal was that for my man, though? For real. With that Brian Norman thing, I think everybody kind of missing, like you can't make Boots fight. Boots is kind of looking like a duck. No lie. With the whole Crawford thing, he be talking like he want that fight. But then in the
What happened? I think he got disconnected. But we'll continue on with this.
nah, he threw me in the back. That's all good. It's all good. What's up?
So, what's your take on North Star's opinion, Fanon? We want to get your take. The main man of the show.
I mean, my take was a little different than the both of y'all's, honestly.
What's your take
Honestly,
again, bro? I didn't hear you.
I think Boots is the one that don't want that fight. That's really what it comes down to. Because you can't make somebody fight regardless. You can't. If Turkey will put up the money and Boots don't want to fight him, he don't want to fight him. I don't think Boots wanted to fight Crawford.
You don't think that? Why is that? I mean, Boots. This team
Like
is
I was saying
banking on
on
that
that $1
fight.
million on that $1 million worth of game interview, when they called Boots like right then and there on the spot, like there was offers made when when Bud had that fight with Majimov. Like if you see the body language when he walked past Boots, it didn't look like Boots wanted that fight. He wasn't even expected to come to the fight. Crawford asked him, "Oh yeah, you showed up. I thought you wasn't coming." Then he said he was invited. Why would you need to be invited to that fight if that's a guy that you want to fight? Traditionally, you show up to the fight. Once he wins the fight, you get in the ring and say, "Hey, I want this fight next."
Are you talking about Crawford or Brian Norman?
I'm talking about Boots and the Brian Norman fight.
Okay.
I don't think Boots wants that fight. Those guys have been in the gym. They've sparred before. And the only thing is, too, that Brian Norman has worked with Crawford in sparring, too. He's gotten a lot better since then, and his confidence has gotten up so much. That's why who else is calling out Boots? Why wouldn't you want to fight somebody who's calling you out?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I get your side of the take. Well, we wanted to see it now. I think two young lions going at it, but I can't really say for sure who's ducking, in my opinion. I think it's the business of boxing. That's probably what's affecting this fight from happening. But that's just my take on it. We'll get the big dog's take on it now. Fanon.
Fanon tried to blame Turki Alalshikh too. Like,
But anytime anything goes wrong, it's Turki Alalshikh's fault. So we don't even have to worry about that.
Magic World said, "Good luck, King." Well, unfortunately, Magic World did not. I don't know what that means. Good luck, King. That could mean fuck you, King. Hey, good luck, King. So I'm going to take that as $20 in the negative, which leaves you with.
how you gonna take that as in the
I do
negative?
believe that you did $10 because you did have 10. Yeah, you did have 10 over here. Oh, you're minus 10.
So now you're making your own rules, bro.
There's a smiley face on it. My bad. We'll give that to you. So that is that's $30. And then Trash Talk Gaming says 5 for this laugh, G-Man. $5.
35.
We'll even call that negative, and we'll call that positive, and we'll say that you are at
$35.
excuse me, I'll do the counting. You know we don't. That is $35. No negative dough on your head yet, though. That is outstanding. I didn't expect that.
And I
Phoenix the Assassin. I'm sorry for North Star. Hold on. Phoenix the Assassin. How can I help you?
Yeah, I seen you had a new co-host. So I wanted to, see how good he is. I never seen him up here much before, and it's always good to.
Hold on 1 second. I don't want to be too rude to North Star, so I just want to say that you're there. So give me 1 second. North Star was nice talking to you.
I'm chilling. I'm gonna donate. I'm gonna donate to King on his behalf.
You ain't donating. You
North Star is that guy, bro.
All right, man. No, for real, North Star. I'll get back with you, sir.
You a good dude, man. North Star is a good dude, bro.
Dude, I did not disqualify myself from donating money to somebody other than your ass.
Let's hear what
Phoenix the Assassin. What's up? I'll put
Phoenix
2
the
cents up
Assassin
though,
has
so
to
she
say.
ain't gotta wait. Hold on a second. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm gonna step in the back for a second. Let y'all chop it up for a second, and then
All right.
Count in about 10. Can you handle 10 minutes in control of a show?
Yes, let's do it. We got 2 great people up here, so I think it should be easy. Should be easy to have a conversation about boxing.
Yeah, because there's 2 great people that's going to be up there. That is the problem. Is the third one?
Well, that's the thing. He was honest. He said 2.
Right.
Yeah,
This leaves another one. Your ass is anyway. All right, you good? Hey, are you cool with that? 2 cent.
Yep. Because I definitely want to pick G-Man's brain. I got some questions for him.
Oh, all right. We maybe have an extension here.
All right, 2 cents. You want to go ahead and go first, then?
Yeah, G-Man. Listen, I've been seeing you up here, Turkey. Now, you were one of the main proponents saying Turkey gonna be great for boxing. He loves boxing. He's gonna give fans the fight they want to see. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah. Yes, you're correct.
Okay, so let's see if this fight checked all those boxes. Is this a fight the fans want to see? Check. It's a championship fight. It's a unified 4 belt. So technically it's kind of a big fight. Check. The issue is money. Ryan Norman wants to be paid this amount. Check. So all those boxes that I just checked are the same things that you said Turki Alalshikh came into boxing to do. So now is the perfect time for Turki Alalshikh to prove everybody wrong that's had doubts or said this and said that, and put on the fight the fans want to see and provide the money for the fight. So you can see how somebody can come to the conclusion that Turkey is the reason why this fight is not happening, can't you?
Okay. So I'll respond now. First of all, salute to you, 2 cents. I mean, I love your takes, on the boxing topics. But responding to what you said, I think Turki Alalshikh, should he get blamed for making this fight? We don't know yet. We don't know yet. Should he help in making this fight? I agree. Yeah, he should, because he wants to make the big fights. He also met up with Boots in the fight when Crawford fought Madrimov. He met up with Boots. I think he signed Boots to Riyadh season. So should he be helping in making this fight? Yes. But is Brian Norman asking for too much money? It's a possibility, but it's a unification fight, so you just don't know how those numbers work.
But
And
how
I
can
don't
you
know.
ask Turkey? How can you ask somebody with unlimited money for too much that doesn't mind losing money?
I don't
That's
even
a
know
little
if he's involved in
contradictory.
making this fight. That's what I'm saying. So if he was, I think he should help make. I think he should help make this fight. I agree with you. I think he should help make this fight and make it happen for the fans. It'll be a good fight. So I'm
But
not
don't he got a
disagreeing with you.
partnership with? So you're saying so? What fights? Okay, so my understanding is Turkey is partnered with Oscar, Bob, and Eddie. Why do you think he wouldn't be involved in this fight when you just said that Turkey met up with Boots and talked to him? I believe that's one of the reasons why Boots probably went there, because they probably told him they was going to be able to give him fights and keep him active and get him big fights. This is an opportunity to get him a big fight. If his goal is to be unified, why would Turkey not be involved in this?
That's a good question. I mean, that's the question that I'm looking to answer to as well. Looking for an answer to as well. I'm not sure. I think Turkey should help make this fight. I agree with you, but that doesn't mean I don't think Turkey's bad for boxing. I still think he's good for boxing because he's been helping make big fights. He brought a budget or influx of money to the sport of boxing, and yes, he's not using it right now for the Norman fight, but he may eventually. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on with that in the background, but I think he should help make this fight. I agree with you on that.
But I'm not saying Turkey's bad for boxing. But the point I want to make, by especially using this example, is that Turkey is doing the same thing as any other promoter. Because the premise was he's gonna come in and make the fights happen because he got unlimited money. So if they want to fight, he's just gonna give them the money and they're gonna be able to fight. But he's not doing that. So technically, he's doing the same thing that every other promoter do. He's not putting on the big fights. He's not putting on the fights the fans want to see. He's not reaching in his bag of unlimited money and paying Brian the money that he wants to make the fight. So it's a little contradictory. I'm not saying that he's bad for boxing, but I think what we're going to start seeing is a turkey effect where all these fighters that want more than what they quote unquote deserve, or now they're not gonna fight because they're not gonna get their money they want, and it just the whole thing just came back full circle.
I totally agree with you. I can't dispute that. I mean, you make a valid point. Uh, I just don't know what Turkey is doing in regards to that fight. Like I said, I agree with you. I don't disagree with you. Um, I don't think he's a promoter, Turkey Al Sheikh. I think he just wants to make fights, and that may depend on some fighters that he likes and some fighters that he doesn't. I don't know. I really don't know. But I agree with what you're saying. It's a
Yeah.
reasonable. Yeah, what you're saying is reasonable.
So I mean, blame Turkey. That's all the point I'm trying to make, because he's not no different than any other. I don't even. Is he a promoter? What exactly is Turkey? I thought he was a source of funding. And if he's a source of funding, then there's no reason this fight shouldn't be happening.
Yeah, I
But
don't think he's a
if
promoter either.
if we're saying that Brian Norman's asking for too much money and all of this stuff, then it all plays a part in it. But that was just my 2 cents. I just wanted to pick your brain about that because I know you're a big Turkey fan, and you was just saying how we about to get all these big fights and the fights everybody want to see. And now that things are unraveling and unfolding, we kind of seeing that that's not the case. They are trying to do some type of business over there, and they're not just trying to throw money away.
I
But
I
Phoenix the Assassin, what you got?
I Let me respond real quick, if you don't mind, Phoenix.
All
I
right.
still stand on Turkey's trying to make the best fights, but maybe he doesn't see this as a big commercial fight at all. Because Brian Norman is a no name, but he's a champion and he made the fight with Crawford and Madrimov. Man, Madrimov was a no name, so I can understand what you're saying. But it's a big fight for the hardcore boxing fans. It may not be a big fight for the casuals. But go ahead, Phoenix.
All right. So I want to know, like, what are you using as your criteria to determine whether or not a fight is big or not?
What am I using?
Yeah.
I'm using the fighters' drawing power, pay-per-view revenues, and if it's a unification or undisputed fight. I mean, I also use that as a big fight too, as a standard.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, if you take that, then Turkey really hasn't had any big fights. You know, he hasn't made a profit on any of them because that means the pay-per-views ain't doing well and the live gates ain't doing well. Shoot, what was it? 10 million he lost on the Crawford and Mandermont fight. So I
He doesn't.
mean, you know, how come?
He doesn't care about making money.
Well, I'm not asking you whether or not he cares about making money. The question was about, is he putting on big fights?
Yeah,
So
he
that's the
is.
thing. Like, if a fight
You
is
just contradicted what you
big,
said.
exactly.
Hold on. No, before you laugh it off, hold on. Fury versus Usyk was a big fight.
No,
How
it wasn't
big?
a big
Crawford
fight.
versus Madrimov was a big fight card.
What
No, it
profit
wasn't a
did
big
they
fight.
make?
Oh, big fight. Is it a big fight if it don't profit?
I don't.
Exactly,
If
because
Turki Alalshikh
if,
wants to pay him $100 million and they don't profit, that's not the fighter's fault. That's Turki Alalshikh's budget.
hold on, Hold on, G man. 'Cause here's the thing, like, you can't say there's ever been a fight that was actually big that didn't turn a profit. And on top of that, fights want to see, because if people want to see them, want to pay. Seen that with the two that
Phoenix, you're
they've
breaking
had
up.
put on, which was Mayweather and Pacquiao, and Mayweather against. Hear me, all right?
You're
No,
cutting
you
out,
keep
bro.
breaking up.
Yeah,
I'm
it's pretty rough.
not giving me justice.
You're cutting out, and I think I made it to 50. So I think I might have to hop up out of here and get the wrench from Fanon. But it was great talking to
All right, wait there. Give me like 2 minutes. I can jump back.
2 cents is a very technical boxing
Oh man.
analyst.
Did you just lose it because Banks, a boxing fan, hit you at a $50 negative?
Huh?
Yeah, Banks, a boxing fan, hit you and put you in a $50 negative, man.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But then that was offset for King of the Base. 2 Cent just made King invalidate every argument he made in favor. This is that a penalty towards this? Yes, that's a penalty. Yeah. You got a $70 penalty. So you were negative 70 there because the time is up. So you got negative 70. So let's see now 25. So you gave 25. So what's plus 25? King?
70 plus 25?
Yeah. You know, no, yeah, it was 70 minus 25.
45.
Okay, so yeah, you're negative 45.
Man, how did I go from plus 50 to negative
Oh, because
45?
I'm counting backwards. That's why. You want me to go ahead and do it? You want to run the tally? Let's let 2 Cent run the tally. Can you run the tally?
I can't see because I'm in the stream yard.
Okay. Oh, you can't. So it's who can do it? Okay, so we have. You want to count? You can count.
Go ahead.
You ready to count, King? All right, let's see if King gets this wrench. Tick tock, tick tock. $5 for Little Trump. So what's your total?
5.
2 Cent. Just $5. 2 Cent. Was that for to kick him out or to keep him?
No, that was to keep him. That was to keep him.
Appreciate that.
Okay, so you're at. So what's the total now?
Was that $5 from her?
Yes.
10.
That's 10.
We're at 10.
Yeah.
Okay, Magic World. It's 20. So
30.
what are we now?
We at 30.
Gary said, why is G-Man co-hosting? That's all I got to do. That's a penalty, right?
I mean, that's on your discretion.
No, I'll give it I'll let 2 Cent decide whether that's a penalty or just a NA, not applicable.
No, that you can add that to the total. It's not a penalty.
Oh, so it's not a penalty, so it just doesn't count. You think it's a
No,
positive?
she said
It's not
it's
a, is it a
positive.
positive?
Yeah.
Dang,
Let's let him get it. Let's let him get the $2 for 9.
Hell no. What's the what's the total then? With the $2 with the $2?
32.
King?
32, yeah.
Okay, so Boxing Hacker says $5 for King's low key sarcastic comment. It's always turkey fault. That's $5 for King. Boxing Hacker threw in 5.
Oh, appreciate it. That's 37.
North Star threw in 25.
$25 from North Star. Wow.
Yeah.
Man, much respect to North Star.
So where's that? So where are we now?
That's gonna be 62.
Cal Kula said Cal Kula said 2 Cent just made King invalidate every argument he had in favor of. Is that a penalty towards the $50 goal? So that's a penalty. So subtract $20 from that. Where you at?
42. And I know Phenomenal Show came in at the end trying to sabotage me.
Then you ran another minus 170. So what's minus what's minus 170? What were you at? So minus 170 from minus 43 is what?
Man, I knew that dude was gonna sabotage this thing.
Damn. You were almost there. You had it. Banks of Boxing fans said penalty. Phenomenal Show said, get him out of here immediately. I'm canceling out all this bullshit.
That's why I said give him the $2 for 9.
but yeah, for now, with that, I'm gonna jump up out of here, bro.
No, don't go. Don't go, bro. I got a consolation prize for you, dog.
What's that?
Somebody said check the cash up is more penalties.
I gotta know. You gotta get a consolation prize, seriously. All right. I will give you a standing. No, I can't. I don't know what to do. We got to think about this consolation prize because I so much wanted you to have a wrench.
See, as soon as I hit the $50 goal, it should be up. There should be no more penalties allowed. But
you want it to be running?
Yeah, and it was.
Fair enough. You get into a pot, but I got to give you like a month. Well, hey, 2 Cent likes you. What do you think? What say you? Oh, I'm sorry. True. What say you? True.
Hey, whoever said that, that's where I got that from. They were right.
Really? You sure?
That's what he said. Yeah. What say you?
Yeah. What do you think, 2 Cent? What do you
What's
think?
The question? What's the question?
2 Cent. Hey, 2 Cent, should it be a running total?
Should it be a running total?
Yeah, like he says he should get the wrench as soon as he gets into $500. As soon as the total of donations, positive and negative, get over 50, he should get his wrench.
Did he get it within the time limit? That would determine it.
But I never gave it a time limit. So I'm saying I will leave it up to you because he thinks for some reason I'm biased against him. Just because I don't like him and I want him to lose.
Let him get the wrench.
Well, he's got to go. It's got to be a running total. He's got to get over. He's minus $170 in the hole.
Oh, he's still okay. Yeah. Once let it be a running total, like a rolling total. Yeah.
Rolling total. So you get the wrench when you get $50 over. So as of right now,
man, I got some supporters in the chat.
$5 penalty for fraudulent behaviors. and Phenomenal Show, damn. Phenomenal Show said he owes you now in order to get some privileges. Run them numbers up. Dog, they got the ADL out on you, dog. What's
You
the
gotta
total?
win over the chat. You gotta win over the chat, G-Man. You gotta win over the chat.
You gotta
See,
earn it, dog.
Rick Timms. You see Rick Timms calling you out, man.
What Rick Timms say? Rick Timms. Rick Timms. Come here, Rick Timms. Rick, where you at, Rick? Click the link before I get off, Rick. This is fun. Seriously. Oh, you got Barbara D say give him a wrench.
Oh wow, Barbara D.
See?
Man.
You're winning people over, man.
Man, Barbara D, that should supersede everybody else. In my opinion.
Well, I mean, we love Barbara D, but damn.
No disrespect to anybody else.
Yeah, okay. Well, once you get a wrench, we can take your vote on that. Well, thank you, Tucson. Thank you. Oh my God. Cal Cooler said inflation killing us all out here. Terry Schmoot, we got to run. Hey, who can keep the total? King, you got the total? All right, Tucson, get back.
Man, all of a sudden I got a lot of supporters.
I'm gonna say one thing.
Phenomenal show. Hold on. Phenomenal show. Do you know the totals, Brother Paul? Phenomenal show got the total. I know Phenomenal show got the total. I'm gonna beg him to get the total anyway. Cal Cooley. Oh, Terry Schmoo said, "Give Kang his wrench, OG. I'll pay for it." You helped it. You helped out. You helped the cause. All right. So anyway, all right. So cool. Now we're gonna run the whole total. What's up, Phoenix the Assassin? You're on mute, Phoenix.
Oh yeah, you remember we had a discussion about King and this a little bit ago. Remember what you would say if I sponsor him in the super chat that maybe he get the wrench. I ain't did that yet. I ain't planning on doing it. But so is that still a factor on it, or we gonna go ahead and let it slide?
We had to switch up. I got to ride with King on this one. I got to switch.
All right. Well, if you're gonna go ahead and switch it up, then it's all good, man. It's all good. But I was about to say, I know I ain't sponsored that yet.
No, I know. I'm sorry. I had to admit that I had to switch it up.
All right, man. But it's all good. I'll get up with you later.
King, you doing some hellified fundraising for the channel, King.
There's my man, Rick Timms.
Oh, he jumped off? He was on accident.
There's my man, Rick Timms. The real one.
The Duck 5 from RuPaul. What's up, Rick? Wait, we coming up with a system? We coming up with a system, Rick.
Yeah, a rig system too, dog. I feel like I gotta play internal investigations around here, man. Boy, you do my little buddy so dirty, dog. Boy, every time if you say if you add 1 + 1, if it equal 2, you get the wrench. Then he say 1 + 1 = 2. Oh wait, whoa! I need the square root of 300,6,500. Man, enough is enough, man. You might get a man jump through hoops every day. You bring him up the mountain, then you push him down. You give him hope. You show optimism. You show a little sensitivity, and then you turn right around and you shit on him, dog. Every day.
I'm a white man. I'm a quarter white. Fuck you think I'm gonna do?
Man, y'all team up on him every day in the chats. Y'all all this tag teaming.
He said he's black. So we giving him the treatment. What?
Oh, see. Yeah, I stay away from all that. See. Hey man.
Oh my God. Phenomenal show said. Man, Phenomenal show said, hold on, Terry Schmoo. Hey, Phenomenal Show said, I can never excuse the covert racism. I'm sorry. I'll take that to heart. Get him up out of here. And,
What covert racism?
and
Come on, man. What covert racism?
There's no racism.
Hey, hold on. Let me let these guys up real quick. Hey, what up, Terry Schmoot? Phenomenal Show said, I can keep going too. My money way too long to move.
We just got
Hey, man, go ahead, though, man. Seriously, man. This is fun. We got about another 10 minutes, and this is hilarious. Phenomenal Show is shutting your ass down. We know who your enemy is. Your enemy has been declared, King. What say ye? What say you?
I got more supporters than enemies, so.
King, you really said that you black though, bro?
Hell yeah.
He did that?
Hell yes. Tell him.
No, he win.
Hey, King. So you look like me?
No. I said I'm part black. When I did my DNA test, it had 2% African, 3%.
Yeah, he's like me. He's part black. He's like me. He's part black. He's like Rick Timms. He's like his boy Rick Timms. You won't ever know why Rick Timms rocks with him. He's like his boy Rick Timms.
Man, you having way too much fun, boy. Your petty level, boy. Your petty level is surpassed go, man. You done passed the full tank mark, man. Boy, you having too much fun today. I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it.
Yeah, I can't lie, dog. We turning a lemon into lemonade.
Yeah.
Hey, all right, what were you gonna say, King? All right, man. So seriously, man, I'm about to bounce, man. We'll treat him better, dog. You know, we got to run in total on you, dog.
But yeah, I got jump up out of here too for now.
All right, man. Peace with you, dog. We'll give you that total tomorrow. The official total keeper is Phenomenal Show. So just so you know, Phenomenal Show is the one actually keeping the bank account. So he'll be able to tell you at whatever point in time where you at. All right, man.
If he's there, I got no chance. But I'm out of here, bro.
Dude, look, he has been duly elected by the commission for the good of boxing.
But with that, I'm out of here, bro. Do suckies.
Hey, dog. All right, man. I'll get back with you, man. Peace.
Hey, man.
Yes,
boy. It's rough. It's rough on the young brother, man. On the young little partner, dog. But he got thick skin. He be toughing it out, boy. Y'all really send him through the ringers. And shit, it's very entertaining, actually. So good stuff, man. I'm gonna get out the way.
All right, man. Hey, look, just do me a favor, dog. Look, man. Tell him to go get that good public defender. Get him right. We got you defending him. We got a man of the people with a good representation. Or you like the Johnny Cochran of Houston, dog. You will get him over the hump. Trust me. We know. We know. He got one of us with him, rocking with him. I am quite sure you'll be able to work that out with Phenomenal Show as we track this.
Ain't no working out with Phenomenal. Phenomenal zero tolerance. Phenomenal ain't trying to hear. Phenomenal trying to get his ass the death penalty around this bitch. He ain't talking about no probation. And Phenomenal ain't talking about nothing. Boy, Phenomenal want that time, boy.
All right,
ain't no dismissal.
All right, look, man, being the good, fair person that I am in this situation to King, because I want to be fair. Let's help the situation out. And I will have a commission. Okay? A commission. And we're going to appoint a panel that can oversee any issue that King may have.
No, dog. You know what that sound like us black folk demanding reparations and the U.S. government saying, hold on, let's have a study on reparations. Let's have a commission. Let's get a big press conference gala. Well, everybody, we can talk about it. We can research it. But nothing else
Okay.
happened.
All right. Well, then, if you don't think legislative action can work, we'll have. How about King sensitivity training? How about we?
Man, you too much, boy. I can't with you, man. Man, I shouldn't be laughing, dog. Damn, man. Happy Friday, everybody. God damn, boy.
Man. All right, brother. Let me let North Star up here, man. I'll get back. We don't worry. And we have more ideas where that comes from to get him treated fairly. And I want to let you know that my number one goal is to make sure that there's equity and that he is treated in a way that he deserves to be treated based on the content of his character.
All right, I'm gonna be watching.
Content of his character. And Phenomenal Show said, Rick, my Houston OG, but F all that. Gotta tuck little homie in for good. Send Buddy back to Dick Glazier.
I'm gone, man. I can't. All right, dog. Bye, man.
All right, man. Man, Phenomenal Show. Hey, Phenomenal Show, like the billionaire came in and said, fuck that. The power of capitalism. All right, North Star, what up, man? What up, man? Last call of the day.
Y'all wow, man. Y'all wow. Oh wow. I threw in my 25 to keep him on the show. I don't know about the wrench and all that, but I definitely threw in a little 25 to keep him on the show.
Hey, man. Hey,
He be cracking me up sometimes.
Hey, trust me, your vote counts. Your vote counts.
He ran it up though. He made it profitable for you. I say that he made it profitable. He made it entertaining. He made it a little Friday show. The proposition you made for him, that was perfect.
Oh. Hold on one second, man. Hold on one second. Richard Prado said, "Hey, today, great show today. 20 for King's Wrench. Thank you, Richard Prado. Look, we have that running total, and we want to know. We want you all to know, all of you pro King, that me, Phenomenal Show, Two Cent, Rick Timms, we all have King's best interest at heart, and he will be treated fairly. How can I help you, North Star?
I just want to throw that 2 cents in. My vote is there for him to stay on the show, but it ain't necessarily for the wrench. I'll say that.
He can stay on the show. He'll be on the show. Don't worry about it. He is a citizen of this channel and will be respected. Now, is there anything else you'd like to talk about? Or are we done, sir?
No, I did want to. I was chiming in on that little, the Brian Norman thing that he had brought up, and when everybody else came on.
Hey, let's do it tomorrow, man.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. We could definitely do that. I might be able to come on tomorrow. If not, I'm definitely in watching the show or listening in.
Thank you, man. That's what's up, man. All right, man. Take care, North Star. I'll talk to you again. All right, man. Peace. Hey, man. Thank y'all so much, man. Thank you. Hey, no joke, man. Your contributions to the channel, dog, are innumerable. Hey, I got to tell you something, dog. Nuke said, as annoying as he is, give him a wrench. Nah, Nuke. Nah. You don't know the story, dog. I'm telling you, we are seriously, it is no small feat for this dude to get a wrench on this channel. You think it's a joke. It ain't no joke. It's this dude it's gonna take this much to get him a wrench around here. You have to understand, this is like getting, no joke, dude. This is like getting David Duke an NAACP award. It's gonna be tough to pull that. It's gonna be tough to pull that off, dog. It's gonna be real tough to pull that off. He's really done some stuff. where it's gonna cost, it's gonna take it's gonna take a Tide dog, and you know what we do, Money Talk, definitely entertaining show. Thank you, Jameson Childress. You know what I'm saying? He little Trump for a reason. Hey, Vincent George said he little Trump for a reason. Yeah, I mean, it ain't gonna be easy. It ain't gonna be easy. It ain't gonna be easy. You better believe it. Anyway, it is what it is. And with that, I'm out. Deuces. Y'all have a wonderful day. Oh, man, and enjoy your evening. And thank y'all so much for the support. I'm going to turn the other cheek. Look, 2 cents said, got to turn the other cheek. I am trying to create a situation where King can get treated like the Black American that he says he is. So we are going to have a system that closely resembles the system that Black people need to pull themselves out of the bootstraps of. So King, I am 100% will pull himself up by the bootstraps and get that wrench. I am sure that all he needs to do is work hard, be positive, and keep a pleasant attitude. Phenomenal show will most certainly recognize that as he counts it. Trash Talk Gaming says, so we the white man. In this little experiment, we are the colonizer. We are the colonizer. Anyway, with that, I'm out. That doesn't work. Oh, I'm sure it'll work. I'm sure it'll work. I'm sure he'll figure himself out, his way out of that little trap. Anyway, with that, I'm out. Deuces. Oh, phenomenal show said, one more for good measure. I'm from Houston, Noob. We solid. We too solid for the bullshit. Shout out to Rick Sims and 2 Cent. I know. God dog. God dog, man. God dog. God dog. God dog. God dog. God dog. That's funny. King. Hey, let me tell you something. Now, you seriously, man, all jokes aside, that one drop rule got that dude in debt like a mug to meet his goal. God dog. All I had to do. Listen, look at this. All he had to do was get to $50. Look, all he had to do was get to $50. That's all. He had to get to $50 positive in the system. To $50 in the positive. That's all. It's all he had to do. $50 in the positive. It's like, dude, that's basically like saying, all right, you're suspended. All you got to do is not get penalized. Don't have no penalties. Keep your record clean. I don't want to hear no complaints. And you get $50 worth of community service. Man, this dude went -5 because a rich right man, I said right, man named Phenomenal Show. Said, Just showed you. Oh, that was hilarious. Anyway, I'm out of here, man. Salute. The looses. I mean, I said the looses. Zeus's. Deuces. All of that. Oh, man. Y'all are saying. Time to reconsider. Hacker's wrench. Yes. Bumpy Thompson. It is. It is. Oh, wow. The ripple effects. Oh, Bumpy Thompson with the ripple effect. With the ripple effect. Bumpy Thompson hit us with the ripple effect. You are so right. Oh, there's going to be some wrench removals. Oh, we're going to be cleaning the deck of some of these wrenches around here. Oh, man, somebody's going to get hit, dog. It's a... Anyway, man, I'm all right. Frequency, fly frequency, man. No, it's the... Oh, hold on, man. Yeah, I'm going to go on later today. Yes, later today, I'm going to go on MH Blackwell. I am. The Great Wrench Expulsion. Hell yeah, dog. Hey, man, that shit is... Hey, thank y'all. I'm out, though. All right, deuces.